Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody, to another Doomsday Doopy-Doo. Enjoy the yellow map.
Glitch-free
and the pink dice.
Doomsday Doopy-Doo.
The pink dice is really nice. And, oh, wait, I have to get rid of this. Sorry, guys. I just was worried that some people were there waiting. And if I'm having trouble talking, it's because I'm getting this massive delay in my headset. So please, let's see. I want to receive. No, I don't want. I want nothing. I want everything disabled. All right, roll 20. I'm going to rejoin as a player. That's why everything was off.
Yeah, I was going to say, join as a player, right?
Okay, now we're back. It's okay. It's not that big. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. Pros, baby. All right. Oh, and my video isn't there.
What do you mean?
It's just not there. It's just gone. Hang on. I'm gonna re-add myself. Oh geez. Just as I was adding myself, the video came up. It's alright. You guys are gonna see my head in a hot minute. I know you guys can't wait. Mark joined us. What's up, Mark? My head is missing. It's coming. It's coming. Oh. All right, wait. It's all weird though. Something's going down with this computer.
Yep. Well, you know there are women in your house zooming right now, and there are women in my house zooming right now.
Oh.
They may be zooming with one another. So.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot. But that's got nothing to do with my lousy webcam, does it? Wait a minute. My disguise.
No, I mean, yeah, put on your heavy duty disguise.
I don't want people to find me out. All right. Oh, who's that? Wait can I move this? Oh, good. That's better because that's closer to the mic. All right. Riveting.
It's pretty riveting.
Yeah. The camera's pointing
the
wrong way.
This might be the closest to 9:30 that we started, though, to be honest.
Yeah,
this is pretty good.
It's not that bad.
No, 28 minutes. Or
oh, here we go.
28? 18 minutes. 18 minutes over. It's not bad.
I'm still trying to figure out my right from my left. Yeah. Our heads are almost the same size.
Well, our heads are not the same size in person, so I wouldn't.
I'm trying to get this.
Who has a bigger head? Is your head bigger than my head?
Wow, this is trying to get the left and right. There we go. Yeah,
all I see on you on the stream, you're just dancing. Is what I see.
Yeah, your head is similar size. Can you put your head down, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, can you put your head down? I mean, shadow. No, like
it doesn't matter.
Ah, forget it.
What do you mean by down? What do you mean by down?
Like low, like that.
Oh, let me look at my camera. I can't even see where my camera's set up because I have everything.
No, that's not what I meant.
No,
I just meant. I was just trying to measure your head with my hands.
Oh, that's how. Oh, sorry.
Right.
I didn't realize you were joking. I was like, are you setting me up here? Or what?
You were telling me yesterday about action points.
Yes.
And
so
I want you to know. I'm sorry, before you go further. I want you to know.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Doomsday Doopy-Doo. Another episode of Gamma World. Actual play. We'll get you caught up in a second. Crystal, Shadow, will get us through the summary. But when we first started this game, you tasked me with creating the character and filling out the character sheet. We did a portion of it on air, and in a portion of it, I had to just do all the math to figure out what went in all the boxes. And I have, by action points, 6 filled in already. I have a wealth bonus of 7. I have action points of 6, which we've never used until now, and I never knew what they were. Then reputation, I have nothing. So that one I probably couldn't figure out. But action points...
Well, you shouldn't...
I don't know if I did it right.
What level are...
Hmm?
Yeah, I was going to say, what level are you? Because...
4.
Okay, so you can't have more than 4 action points.
Okay, so 4 action points are equal to your level?
Yep, equal to your level.
Are there any bonus action points for any of my feats?
Not that I know of.
All right, so I must have screwed up. Oh, so it's 4.
Where do you have action points filled in at? Where is that on your sheet? Oh, there.
Okay, this is 6. For the people at home.
And mine say
you could see
7 action points.
This is for you.
That's very interesting.
See. And I'm not making.
Yep, I know where it is. It's right next to wealth.
Yes,
nope, I see. I do have them filled in.
You have it filled in too, right? So we didn't ignore it.
Yep.
We just ignored it once we started playing.
All right, so we're gonna go with the action points that you have. If you have 6, I'm gonna let you have 6.
No.
Let me tell you what.
No, I already erased it. I can't erase again because I'm gonna start getting holes.
Well,
I gotta print them out, new ones.
So then you have 4, and here's how they work.
Okay, that I don't know.
If you make a roll and it does not succeed, and I tell you it does not succeed,
right?
You have the option of what that gives you is an additional at your level.
I lost what you just said.
Happened?
Say again.
Okay. Yeah, we got glitched because we have women zooming in our house while we're doing this.
Well, actually, the stream's all green. I think it's. Hey, Joe.
No, it could be my house.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Could be.
So here's how action points work that I'm going to give you, and this may help you in some situations. You can use only one action point at a time, and only can you use an action point after I tell you something does not succeed. And what that gives you is at your level, an additional 1d6 to add to that roll that may or may not help you. So what that's going to do is, look, if you roll a 2, at your level, one action point isn't going to give you a lot. But let's say you roll a 16 and you need a 20, spending an action point for a critical roll like that may put you over the hump. You haven't missed anything, Joe. We're just getting rolling now, and I'm realizing that never really explained action points to Pete. And
don't blow my disguise.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want people knocking on my bunker.
We only have 36 episodes where we called each other by completely different names. So
and
no one could ever.
I didn't even take them down.
Yep. No. You can't really. So.
But I'm just banking on, if I look for a job, no one's gonna go back further than 40 episodes, 10 episodes.
And what we said in any of these episodes are so odious that we would be fired from our jobs.
You can get fired for a lot these days.
Fuck them then.
All right. Well.
Anyways, so that's action points and how you can use them.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense?
So I don't have to gamble the action points? I thought it was a gamble, so I could already know I failed, and then get the chance to use it. If I tell you
that you failed, then you can use an action point.
It's like a mulligan.
You roll a 1d6. No, it's not a mulligan because a mulligan is a complete do-over. This is I needed a 20 and I rolled an 18. I'm going to spend an action point, roll an additional 1d6, and hopefully get at least a 2, right?
Oh! I have to roll still.
Yep. You roll a d6 and add to what you rolled.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So is it right? So if I failed, but well, do you tell me how much I failed by?
Well, yeah. Typically, you know the DC. I mean, if it's a combat situation, you know someone is a 20 and you need to roll a 20. So sometimes you're not going to. That might be the gamble, I guess. You might not know the DC. I will say you failed.
We see now Joe is saying it works the way I said. Before I know the outcome, I have to.
Well,
generally,
so here's the interesting thing I found, Joe. At the end of the player's manual, on the last page, with all the wealth stuff that we were looking for before, which is why I hate this fucking system, it says a character can use an action point after a d20 roll is made, but only before the so there it is. So only before the GM reveals if that unaltered roll succeeded. A character can spend only one action point in a round, and he does not regain spent action points until he attains a new level.
Ooh,
an action point cannot be spent.
They're like timeouts.
10 or taking 20. Yeah. So
I have to wait for the half before I get a new challenge flag. Okay.
No, because you have four challenge flags. So
I have 4 challenge flags for the game.
You don't get your 4 back until you reach level 5, and then at that point you get 5.
Right.
And at the point that you reach 8th level, you get 2d6 to add.
Right.
To each one of those, and at the point that you reach 15th level, you get 3d6 to add.
Wow. Nice. Okay.
So
they're like Skittles,
that's
Joe said.
When a character Mark posted something. When a character spends one action point to improve a d20 roll, add 1d6 to the d20 to help meet or exceed their target number. A character can declare to use the action point to alter a d20 roll after a roll is made, but only before the GM reveals the result of the roll. Whether
that makes more sense.
The attack, or check, saving throw succeeds or failed. A character can use an action point or on a skill check or ability check when he can't when he or she is taking a 10 or taking 20. They don't regenerate. You just get more with each level. I don't know if I like that, but okay. I thought it was cool because I thought it was something that could help Nick in tight situations, but
Pete, my name's Pete.
Sorry, what's your name? Meecho. Let me use your character name.
He's my character.
But meanwhile, here's a dumb thing, guys.
Yes.
It's at the end of the Gamma World Players book. It's literally the last page of the Gamma World Players book, along with all the wealth shit that we were looking for, Joe.
All right.
Should we just the end of the book, so why the fuck not? I guess so. At this point, I'm just so worked up about the goddamn system.
Yeah, don't get all
fucking throw the whole thing out the window.
Fucking mad. So anybody who's new, do we have any new users in chat? Let's see.
Any new users that actually
we might
talk,
have.
Most of them don't.
No, we don't. So there's no reason explaining it.
We don't.
Well, no, we have the podcast, and this will be a VOD. So let's explain where we're at.
Okay. Who's doing that? You or me?
I don't know. I will say me, just for the podcast listeners and anyone listening or watching the VOD. Okay. So, how far back should I go? Okay, so my family, when I was taken from my family at 9, I was made a slave. The people who took my family, well, somebody helped me named Riggs. As you could tell, this was not prepared. Got a bunch of training, escaped, and now my townspeople are kidnapped by the same people who enslaved me, and with the help of my friend Glume and Rowan and Elwyn, who are 2 youths from my town.
And Bundy's. Forget about Bundy's.
And Bundy's is in the hospital. And we have Gears in tow, who we kidnapped / tortured to get the information. And he's with us as an insurance policy. And we lost Elwyn overnight while camping on the way to rescue the villagers. And I walked in on a typical, supposedly I hear, cult of cannibals who are appears to be eating my one of my townspeople. Well, that appears. Well, yeah. Well, there were slices missing from his side, and they were chewing on meat around the fire. So it's safe to assume.
And he was
missing
a hand.
Yeah. So.
And he had blood pouring down his chin.
Right. Which was sizzling in the fire and making an accurate smell. You were pretty descriptive.
If I'm just kind of dancing,
am I talking weird?
As they chewed his flesh around it.
Yeah.
No,
am I talking
maybe
slow? I'm talking a little weird, right?
Slightly.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm saying what I'm saying and then hearing what I said. It sucks.
Yeah,
okay.
I could tell that you're kind of listening to yourself come back, but
yeah, it's weird. I wonder if maybe I could just no reason to listen anymore, even though it's pretty much mixed. I could just do this.
So and another piece here too is that Glume and Meecho had dispatched the sentry who was guarding kind of overseeing the festivities that are going around the fire in actually a pretty violent and gory way.
Wait.
Okay.
You kind of went out on me.
Waiting.
Repeat that one more time. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You went out.
All right. Did you? I was just saying that we had dispatched a sentry that was guarding the kind of overseeing the.
Oh yeah.
The feast that was going on down by the campfire.
Oh yeah, the guard. Yes. Or someone who was just seemed to be taking watch there.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to turn the monitoring off on this.
Whose audio? Okay, let's be clear here. Joe, is my audio come and go or Nick's audio come and go? This is where I wait for it to get to the stream. 3, 2, 1. and
I'm going to have to deal with the voice. There's nothing I can do about it.
Nick's audio seems to slow down a bit, and then it was okay again.
I think that's just the way I'm talking because of these damn headsets. I'm hearing myself talk, and it's really screwing with me.
It's distracting
I'll get through it
to everybody. So
sorry. All right.
Okay. It says both. Okay. All right. So anyways, that is where we left off. We had dispatched the sentry. We drug him back to the alcove in my fantastic penis-like drawing, and we snuck back, and that's when we got a glimpse and a smell, kind of took in what was going on.
Okay. All right. So can we start? Should we start now? All right. Can I tell if he's alive? I mean, I know he was squirming around, but how bad is he?
No, he's alive. I mean, he's fighting to stay. The flames are not on him; they're below him, but he can feel the heat of the flames kind of licking at his body. If he were to remain just kind of loose and dangling, he would be over the flame. I mean, his hair is kind of singed.
All right. Okay, that changes things because I wasn't sure. The batteries died on our audio recorder.
Oh, are you fucking serious, dude?
It was full charge. Anyway, it was full charge about 5 minutes ago. I guess. So if he's alive, I thought he was just done. So where am I on the map? Am I here?
You are. No, you're here. Is that flashing for you when I click it?
Do it one more time. No.
This is you right here. Oh, hold on a second here.
No, you're not doing anything.
Here, hold on.
I remember sneaking back over here after I dispatched
see, my problem is
him.
when I touch stuff, it moves stuff. So
Yeah, nothing's moving for us.
Yeah, I could see I was moving the wall around. So
okay, that's all right. I'm over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on the near side of the wall. All right. I like to get to.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe you know what? No, you're right. You're right. Hold on.
That's where the guard was.
Yeah. So
I am on the near side.
The two. Yeah. But to be fair, you can't really see what's going on from there.
Yeah, Mark. Also,
you would have to be further around that corner.
Yeah, well, exactly. I know. I was. That's the wall I was hugging. I'm saying more.
I would say
over.
We're right about.
I'm using the wrong computer. Exactly, right there.
Yeah, right there.
So, to address the audio-visual issue, I lost internet on this computer. When I restarted it, the picture is orange. And that happened at 9:28. So I just said, the heck with it. Otherwise, we weren't starting until 10:30. So that's why you can't see the circle too well. But, all right, so what I would like to do is go buck in this room.
Okay, I'm going to... Go what?
It's a Bensonhurst, Brooklyn term, but I think it's well used. I'm going to go buck.
Does that mean that you're going to take off your clothes and run into the room?
No.
Is that what you mean by buck? Oh, okay.
No, I'm going to... My charged pistol's out already, right? I think? No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I take it out, and I aim at the closest guy to me. So I'm going to say probably this guy, if you could see that. Do you see that? This guy?
One more time?
All right, one more time.
Okay.
Him. And
yep,
I'm going to aim for his head, and I want to take a shot at his head with my charged pistol.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's too late. I did it already. Oh, shoot. You there? I thought... Yeah. I was going to ask if I could see if they were armed, but forget it. It's too late. Just go for it.
Yeah, Mark, I agree. The map is yellow on yellow. It looks like a Post-it note.
Yeah, but I already explained it.
I'm just noticing it now, though, because I haven't looked down at my phone in a while.
Are you using your phone?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, I have my phone here to watch the stream, yeah. I don't have 10 computers in front of me, Nick. Pete, whatever your fucking name is.
Come on, I got a camo hat and sunglasses. Anyway.
I couldn't see the hat. It was camouflaged. So.
Yeah. So, what do I roll for this? Oh, jeez.
1d20.
Yeah. Plus what?
You're aiming for the head?
I'm just rolling a straight d20, right?
Are you aiming for the head or what?
Yes. No, I want to pop this guy in the head.
It's gonna add some difficulty to your shot then.
Oh, okay.
Because you're calling your shot, or are you just shooting at him?
Right, but I also have. Wait, I have to
having a firearms proficiency it's not going to give you any bonuses if you're aiming for his head.
No, but I have ranged 5. D20 plus 5. Come on, guys.
Yep, and it's a -4 to go for a headshot.
Okay, so let's go +1. Is that all right, or would you rather do the math on your
end? So it's going to be one. Well, I'm going to tell you that the math of it is this.
I'm just going to roll.
It's a 1d20 plus 1, difficulty 16.
Okay, well I missed.
Okay.
All right, so I missed.
So I'm gonna give Glume a shot only because we have initiative. We have a roll of opportunity here because they are surprised. So he's gonna take a shot with his needler with a +7. I am not gonna bother with him trying to aim for anything in particular because there's just a lot of them down there.
But those are get lucky and
as
just...
I said.
Whatever.
Oh wow, it's exploding. 116 and an 11. So he hit one and he missed the second shot on another guy. So if you went for that guy, I would go for the person on the far side here. Then
can't see.
So one.
So I can't see which one you shot.
I know. My problem is everything I click something, it moves it. So, but whatever.
Is it this guy?
That guy, yes.
Okay.
The guy. You can click. I'm not allowed to. Right. So 2d6. Nope. 2d6. No pluses. Okay, and hits him with a needler barb that does 5 points of damage. Okay, and now we're going to have to roll initiative for everybody.
Okay. Oh, that's better. I can expand the chat. Nice. Now I can see. Cold shots are divided into... I could just get caught up reading all this stuff. The way the rulebook thinks of everything. It's crazy.
So
are you rolling your damage?
Called shots are divided.
Are you rolling your damage?
I roll my damage, which is a 5. I roll my damage as a 5.
Okay. So do I have to roll? Are we rolling initiative?
-2 penalty.
D20 +1.
So what are you saying, Mark? Was I wrong by giving him a -4? I don't even know if I would have given him maybe a couple of pluses to his damage for a headshot. Or is it automatic double damage? Give him a -5?
There's not extra damage for a headshot? It's got to be.
There we go. No, I need a pencil. I'm going to keep track of initiative here because I have not figured it out on the system yet.
Ugh.
Roll a d20 and add your initiative bonus to it, Nick.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, you got your initiative is a 3. Wow.
Well, you know what it is? I'm stomping around the cave because I missed the easy shot.
Initiative is +5.
Well, there you go. Good.
Glume is at 18. And now I need to roll for how many guys here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. One of them is a leader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Should we use...
Let's do this.
Should we use the hour on a clock? So this would be 12.
I think that's what I would
this
say.
Would be
yeah.
6. Yeah. Then we'll go 1, 9. No, like 10, 9. It's just so people could follow. 7 and 5.
All right.
Okay, we'll do that. 12, 6, 9, 3. Yeah. So at noon, 12 o'clock. What does he got?
Hold on, I'm writing it all down. Hold on.
You're writing it down?
9, 7. All right, so so Glume rolled an 18. The leader rolled an 18. The first person that you shot at in the head is a 14. The second one is a 14. So the third one is a 19. Fourth is a 16. The one I rolled, my shot at was a 7. So he is attacking later. So
okay, so when you're saying who's going, just use, like I said, the hand of a clock.
Yeah.
And Glume and I are at this narrow opening into this cave, overlooking this fire. Okay.
All right. So this guy, oops,
that's all right,
spits out a mouthful of flesh.
That's nice.
And picks up his some kind of bone-looking sword from the ground, and he runs towards us this way to this point.
Okay.
Okay. That guy is there. Okay. What can I do for you, sir? I'm on the air, please. Okay, I love you. Okay, go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. All right. So the leader, who is this user here,
who's that? 2
does
o'clock?
the same thing. Drops. Actually, the one at 11 o'clock is the leader.
Okay.
Is going to. He reaches on whatever it is. You can't tell because they're all these leathery skinned, really wide based forms that are in these robes and cloaks and tattered clothings, and they have these glowing, almost yellowish eyes that you can see. They're very squinted and almost closed, and pulls some kind of chain-like whip from its belt and starts to run this way to engage. All right, that's the leader at 18. Glume will also act at 18. And I'm assuming he would probably take a shot or two at the leader.
Who's charging towards us?
Yes.
Yeah, where's the battle music?
It stopped. Sorry. It stopped and I did not have it looped. Sorry. I was so proud that I found this really creepy music.
Bunch of rolls happening. I see a 14, a 26.
Which whizzes past the leader, and a 26 that hits the leader. I really just like the idea that I used to just be able to roll dice for this. Doing a whopping 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So it kind of nicks the shoulder. You can see that the skin is thicker and tougher. You even felt it when you grabbed the sentry, that the skin just felt thicker and tougher and like chitinous almost. That is my round at 18 also. That happened at the same time as the leader. So actually, I would probably, in that case, if the leader hadn't moved, I would have shot at the other guy and done the 8. So I still would have missed with 1. So I shoot and the leader moves towards us at the same time. Understand that next round they will be on top of us in melee range.
Right. So this leader is the guy you just hit for 3 damage in the shoulder.
No. What I decided to do is I shot the person that I was hitting, which is the person at like 1 o'clock. The leader was moving at the same time as me. I would have kept shooting at the same person, right? That one, yes.
Okay.
So I never shot it. The number 4 one, which is the further south, once again, the same thing, has a spear and moves to engage in combat. That is his round.
Okay.
Or her. The next user is the user that you shot at.
This guy.
who also has a sword. And he's moving there. That's 14.
This looks like a football play.
And, yep.
This looks like a halfback
There's probably
sweep.
a better way of doing it. I could have used tokens.
No, this is cool. It's fine. I feel bad for the podcast
so
listeners that don't know what's going on, but
this is the problem with these kinds of fights that make them much less fun.
basically, everyone who's around the fire is rushing towards us. They're beelining at us. So go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry. Next guy, same thing.
This user also has a sword. Yep. And then these two guys back here have
Don't tell me.
bows, and they're going to stay back here.
Oh, great.
So you see them pull their bows out, and they're going to be ready to fight next round. And now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. Is this
Because you rolled a
guy
3, you were
in
the worst.
melee range? The guy I shot at initially, the 2 o'clock guy, who's now looks pretty close to me. Do you see who I'm clicking on?
Show me again.
That guy.
Yes, that one is the same one. That's the yes.
That's the guy
Okay.
I shot at. Is he in melee range?
Not this round. No. Now you could close on him and attack melee if you want.
I would like to do that with my vibroblade. Is that possible?
Okay, so you can, yeah. Now, here's the curious thing. So you have your vibroblade in your left hand and your gun in your right hand?
Well, I have the gun in my right hand.
Okay.
So
So
you're saying that would be a move, me putting my gun away and drawing the sword?
moving and getting your blade in the right situated hand? Yeah, I would say yes. Now, you could also just stand where you are and shoot him. But then next round, you're going to be in a situation where you'll have to do the same thing with the blade. They're going to be on top of you. Actually, Glume is in the same boat, really, right?
All right.
You know, I almost feel like I want to put, like, hold on.
I'm going to just shoot this guy then. I can't... Well... No, you know what? I holster my gun and I get a grip of my vibroblade. What am I going to do?
Okay. And you're going to stay where you are and just kind of brace yourself and be ready for the next round?
Otherwise, next round, he's on me and I can't... He's just going to do what he wants. And I don't have any melee weapon to retaliate. So at least this way, when he gets there, I could swing it at his head. I feel like going for heads.
Okay. All right. I think realizing that they're charging us, we've kind of lost the advantage of surprise. I guess maybe we hope to take a few of them down.
Yeah. Well, that's what the headshot was about.
Number 3 does get a turn before anybody else. So he is going to close on you.
Oh, those are numbers. I see.
Yeah, I just need to keep track of them on my little list here. So that's number 3. He's on you for melee combat, and he is going to try to attack you with a sword as he closes on you. What is your...
Can I dodge? Duck, dodge, dive. If I could dodge
that's all
or
part
wrench.
of your defense is counted with your dodge, your active dodging. Now, if you choose to dodge actively on your turn, it will add to your defense. But since it's not your turn, you really can't do that.
Okay.
So, make sure I'm not rolling 2d20 here. What is your defense?
20.
Okay. And are you wearing your
Tactical
full
vest,
chest piece?
Yeah.
Okay. So now understand that does limit your movement too. So we need to make sure that we take that into account if you're trying to move fast, because it's a little bit unwieldy and it does cut into your movement rate. Okay.
The tactical vest?
It does, yeah.
When did that start happening?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's in the equipment, yeah. That's
I believe you.
all right. So 1d. So 11. He swings a sword at you, and it actually bounces off the wall next to you and misses as you kind of sidestep it.
Okay.
And that is number 19's second turn. The leader is at 18 at the same time as Glume, but I think Glume has a faster dexterity, so he acts first. But his move is going to be. What am I doing here? I think he slings his rifle and from the inside of his coat pulls out a very compact looking shotgun and chambers around. So that's going to be Glume's round. The leader is going to close on Glume and try to attack him with this chain whip that he's wielding. It is wielding. Actually, no, sorry, this is the leader. Damn it.
There are just...
It's a mess now.
It is... We're getting ganged up on big time. That's what I'm seeing. Basically, everyone's jumping on us.
He whips the whip, and it clanks off the rocks as Glume kind of backsteps away from him to get away.
Okay.
And kind of dodges out of the way. Okay.
Well, just tell me when it's my turn.
Yep, we'll get to you eventually.
You're gonna get to me. I gotta stop rolling these threes.
All right, so number 4 is going to, he pulls his bow back for a second, but then realizes that there's a crowd of people at the mouth of that. So, he looks at Elwyn hanging over the fire gleefully and kind of kicks him back towards the flames as he tries to move himself away, pokes him with the arrow or the bow a little bit. That's number 4.
Okay, that freaking
all right.
guy.
Now we got 2 14s. Number 1 is here. He's going to close on you with the spear.
Okay.
And number 3.
Zoom in the map. Let's see.
Yeah, that would help. It's getting tight. I can't even see.
Okay. Maybe even.
I have a lot on my.
I'm at 100% now. It can't be. Yeah, I'm at 100%. I think.
You just got to drag it. There you go. That's good. That's better. All right. So number 2 and number 1 are going to close on you. They're closest to you, and they're going to attack you.
Where the 16.
A 16, which is a what? What's your defense?
20.
Okay, that's a miss. And that's also a miss.
It's a 14.
I think what I feel like
6
is happening is
from the vest.
I feel like the mouth of this cave is actually kind of working to our advantage, almost like a 300 type scenario.
Yes, it's a little bit of a
They're crowding in, and yeah, so we're probably better.
2 archers
get them from a distance.
Yeah, we're preventing 2 archers from lobbing arrows, but we still do have 5 guys on top of us.
Yes. All right, and then number 5 is going to move around the back here to this position, and he's going to try to take aim, but he's not really sure if he let me see if he wants a high or low. Let's see if he's going to fire. High or low for favorable results?
I'm all high. I'm all high is all how right. That came out.
He decides to try to shoot an arrow at Glume. Okay. If he misses, there's an opportunity that he might hit someone else in the back.
That'd be nice.
He's obviously not very bright. So on the run, he shoots with a 13, and he misses Glume, and he misses everybody else. So kind of skids off this wall over here to the left. All right.
How many more before I go?
That's everybody. It's your turn.
All right. Yes. Okay. I grip tightly with both hands on my vibroblade. I give it a squeeze. I white knuckle it, and I look this guy right here. I look him in the eye, and I smile, and I swing with all my might at his neck. Please tell me I hit him.
Are you aiming at his neck?
Yes.
Are you aiming?
Is that it's a minus what?
So you're aiming for his neck.
I'm trying to decapitate this guy. Oh, my vibroblade is on. I should have said that when I pulled it out. Will you allow me to turn it on when I'm squeezing it? Huh?
It's automatically on when you're using it. If you aim at his neck, according to the rules, it's a -5.
Is there a bonus damage?
It's not going to give you an.
What's the risk reward here?
Yeah, I need to use tokens. You're right, Mark.
Yeah, they color coded.
Called shot location by type. Head is tricky, -5. Ear is challenging, -10. Eye is challenging. Neck is challenging, -10 to your attack.
With a melee weapon?
If you're aiming for an area, especially like the neck, it's tricky. It's a -10, so it's 1d20 plus your bonus -10. If you hit, I'll give you a damage bonus, but you're still going to have to roll. There's not going to be like an automatic decapitation. Because remember, you're moving, he's moving. There's all kinds of combat going on. Even if you swing and hit his neck, it could be a nick or it could be a deadly chop, right? Aiming, can be beneficial in certain things, but it's not going to guarantee that you're going to kill him with one hit.
All right.
So now, back to the question. Do you want to aim or you just
Can I be critical of tabletop role-playing games right now? I don't know if I'm probably in the wrong room. But
you might be
swinging.
in the wrong room, and we're going to answer.
Yeah, you guys could rip into me right now. I don't care. I'm swinging a double-edged Conan by Barbarian style sword that vibrates at tremendous frequency, that cut through chains 2 episodes ago, and I'm swinging it, and I'm 224 pounds, martially art trained, and I'm swinging it at a wide dwarf.
Wait. A level? You mean a level 4?
Level 4.
A level
9
4
years Riggs taught me this way of the... And the guy's short and wide.
Nope.
I'm not criticizing you. I'm criticizing the game. And I'm going to swing at his head. He's in sword range.
Swing at his neck. At his neck. Yep.
Which is 2 inches below his head. And you mean to tell me if I connect, his head won't come off? That's terrible. And it's not your fault. Not your fault. Well, it's the rules of the game, but that doesn't make sense.
Back it up. Let's look at the variables now. Okay. Multiple variables. One, he's a mutant carnivorous guy. His skin is thicker and tougher than everybody else's skin. Also, a combatant of some kind, meaning that he's not holding still. So just because you're swinging at his neck, a part of his defense is his reflexes and his combat skill, right?
Right.
Your level gives you bonuses to your defense. That means the more skilled you are,
I agree.
The better you are at
But if I connect, if I connect, his head should come off. I agree that he could dodge it,
What if you connect? You didn't roll enough damage, and somehow it doesn't sink enough to take his entire head off. Maybe it just puts a gash in his neck and severely injures him. I'll give you double damage if you want to try to do this. But understand that
you're pressuring 10, my GM.
I'm just saying I'll give you double damage, but to be truthful, at a -10, with his DC being at 16, that means you have to roll like a 26 to hit him.
To hit him in the neck, yeah.
So you have to hit him in the neck, which means you're spending all this time aiming for his neck, and he's moving in a way, he's looking at your eyes. A fight goes down like that, right? It's more than just, if he were standing still, laying on the ground prone, no problem. Yeah, you would take it off. So that's the reality of it. In a combat situation, you have to earn it. Now, you want to talk D&D, you want to talk Vorpal Blades. A Vorpal Blade, when you roll a certain hit, if you roll a 20, you could, I would say you cut his head off. If you weren't aiming and you just rolled a 20, I dictate where you hit. You want to aim, you dictate where you hit. Sometimes there's a benefit to it. Knock the gun out of his hand. Sometimes there's not a benefit to it.
So I'm just going to swing at him.
My point being is, if you start trying to aim, I think this is going to go on a lot longer, and it's going to not turn out in our favor. Is what I'm trying to help you with. And I don't know if it's good. You're looking for this this very story-like activity, and it might still happen. I just think let it happen and use all your benefits, because you're
all right. So I just swing at him.
Try to get.
So that's a +6, right?
Okay.
18. So I hit him?
18. Yep. Yeah, hit him. Yes. Now roll your damage.
So 2 D8. No, D6, right?
2d6 plus whatever your strength bonus is.
Oh, that's +2. 12.
All right, so you did 12 points of damage to which number was that again?
This guy. The guy that was right on me, which I think he's number 2.
2 or 3? Okay, 2.
Yeah, the guy that I missed
Okay.
Yeah, not the guy I
so
missed.
So you
do
swing at him, and you sink it in. Gotcha. You sink it into his neck at his shoulder pretty deeply, and you did how much? 12 points of damage?
Yes.
And it sinks pretty deeply into his shoulder, down into his chest, and you obviously yank it out because you want to attack again next round. But
yes,
and
definitely.
he's hurt pretty. He seems to be hurt pretty bad.
Okay.
Now we're all the way back around at the top, and number 3 is going to attack you. And he rolls a 15,
the one
is that
the one I just hit, right?
No, yeah. you hit number 2.
Hit number 2.
Also
that's
right
what I thought.
In front of you. And
gotcha.
Okay. I hate these big things because.
So for those,
Joe marker rate, the tokens are way better.
So for those who were, while you're doing those rolls, so for those who are listening, in front of me, all in melee range, are 3 druid-like dwarf cannibals, and 2 of them are on top of Glume, and there are 2 behind them at a considerable distance with bows and arrows, looking for a way to lob an arrow in. And our friend is burning
30,
over a fire.
Feet away.
What?
Yeah, maybe 30, 40 feet away. So the leader attacks Glume with this chain whip that it has and misses him with a 3. And once again, it smashes into the wall, and once again, Glume is kind of dodging out of the way. And he gets his turn now, and he unloads the shotgun at point-blank range. So it's a very compact-looking shotgun.
You know, Mark, I was going to throw a grenade. I'm sorry, while you're doing that, Chris. I'm just reading some of the chat. I was going to roll a grenade into the middle of the fire, but then he said Elwyn was alive. And so that's why I was like, maybe I should. But that was totally my plan. I just pictured them all blowing to bits.
All right, so Glume is backing away, and he blasts the shotgun in that area, and the pellets just kind of cut through their robes, and just kind of, you can hear them literally like roll off of the skin of the 2 in front of him. You also notice that you're starting to get slightly surrounded as Glume is backing away. These 2 guys have stepped further up, right?
Right.
As they attack Glume last round. Okay, that was the leader. So now the 2 guys in front of you. The hurt guy is gonna fall back. He kind of slumps backwards for a minute and takes a step back. number 2. Hurt pretty bad, clutching his shoulder. Number 1 and number 3 are going to press their attack on you. They're both also 14s. So, a miss, and they both miss you. Okay.
Sweet.
The bowman number 4 is giggling, and he jams the arrow between Elwyn's shoulder blades as hard as he can. You can just hear Elwyn scream in pain as he jams it between his shoulder blades, and he's just giggling and laughing. And all you hear is the sound of just weapons on stone, screams. You can smell the blood pouring out of the one mutant. And you hear the archer back here again cock an arrow and take another shot. I think he's going to take a shot at you because he's got a better view of you. And he rolls 20. And he rolls a 2, so it's not critical. But he sinks an arrow pretty deep in your shoulder for 1 point of damage. Actually, not pretty deep in your shoulder. It's actually pretty shallow. So it goes into your armor, and the tip just barely punctures your armor and puts just a tiny pinprick in you.
Okay.
And we are all the way back around to the top again.
Is that me?
No. Or actually, no, it's your turn. You're last, so yes, it is your turn.
Okay, so everyone's over here. I think what I'd like to do... Is it possible... So all these people are right in front of me, so I'm looking at this busy fire, but in reality, nobody's over here, except for one guy who's poking Elwyn over here, right?
And there's this guy back here with the bow who's shooting into where you are.
Right, he's over here, right?
Yes.
Right. There's no one here. I'm going to swing at the guy right in front of me.
Yeah, so you have 2 guys in front of you, and then there are 2 guys that are they've flanked you now to your right. They've gotten kind of past your right shoulder as Glume retreated back.
Okay. Let me do my attack roll here. The same guy. Oh my god. Did I roll the right thing? Yeah. All right. I swing and miss.
Ay. Okay.
Okay. So far I'm -1.
Yep.
Okay.
So number 3 is going to attack you first with a sword. He rolls a 7 and he misses. So are you still just standing there holding your ground? Like you haven't given an inch? You're still holding that side.
Can I move after an attack?
Not if it's not your turn.
Right.
You can
That's
move.
why my next move was going to be backing up. I was hoping to get rid of that guy first.
Yeah.
I have to go to the bathroom.
All right. So
can you roll some dice? I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why.
It's not going to be your turn anyway, so go ahead and go. Okay. So Glume is going to try to shotgun these 2 guys again. They're pretty close together, so let's see what he can get done here. Hopefully he can do something here. Okay, well, 25 will get it done. And that's also number 6. Okay. So he shotguns, hits those two guys with some buckshot and does 10 points of damage to them. All right, so that's round 4 for Glume. Now I got all these. I got an 18 here. The leader is going to attack with the chain whip at Glume, who is running because he just doesn't want to be in close combat with anybody at this point. And he rolls a 19 with a +1. He whips Glume with a chain whip. Doing 6 points of damage to him. The barbs from the chain rip into his flesh and his clothing. Next, I have number 3, who attacked already. Nope, I'm down to 16, who's number 4. Who's going to continue to torment. Now, you know what? He's going to run into position next to the other archer. Or pull a knife and now run into position with the other archer. That is 16. I can actually hear myself coming through Nick's headphones. All right, so the two in front of Nick are going to try to attack him. So as long as this fight is going to take, this music is going to make me nuts. 1 and 2, and they both miss. Nine is going to try to shoot an arrow, missing, and sinking it into the back of number 6 for 1d6 damage. Doing 2 points of damage to number 6. Yeah. All right. So it's Nick's turn. And explain to him what he missed.
We should be back.
Yep, I see us as live with 3 people in the room, I think. Yep, we're back. Yes, okay. We're back. All right. So I don't know how much of that they heard. I heard myself the whole time.
Well, no, as soon as I said it, I got a message that it dropped.
Okay.
So what I asked is what my minus was.
Your minus was nothing. You didn't get hit that round. I just explained to you what happened.
No, I mean, also there were no new hit points then. I did get hit once. I have -1.
Yes, that's the only damage you have sustained in this part of combat, yes. Right.
So now, if I retreat a little bit, if I'm running, can I be moving backwards and attacking at the same time?
You can move backwards and attack, yeah. Because they're closing on you, so you could take a swipe and be stepping back.
Yeah, I could. Yes. I want to be backing up and swinging again. All right,
so you're going to back up and swing at number probably 1 or 3.
Well, the guy that was whoever's closest to me, the guy that I hit before with who has -12, is he just
that guy is behind everybody.
Okay, yes, everyone's still advanced, and he kind of slowed down.
He slowed down because he's hurt pretty bad. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So whoever's near me, I'm going to take a swing. So I rolled an 18.
Okay. So you can swing at number. Okay. That is a hit. Please roll your damage.
Okay. And my damage is there. 12. Another 12. I'm doing pretty good with the vibroblade today.
12 on number 1. Okay, that guy is down. You just run him through with it as you're stepping back and just run it through him, and he just drops in a heap on the ground.
Okay.
Number 1 is no more.
Number 1 is no more.
Yes,
now, I don't know how difficult this is. can you delete the entire trail of number 1 so I can get an idea of the space involved here?
Yep, I'm going to try.
I don't know how hard that is. Because it looks like if you look at this drawing, it looks like there's 100 guys in the room. So, if it's too much of a pain in the ass, then just don't worry about it. Oh, I see stuff disappearing. Are we back, though? I mean, you said we saw the stream, but did we also lose our friends?
No, they're there.
They're there. Yeah, we got some other guys. Welcome.
Mark said we are back.
Oh, good.
All right, so yeah. Number 1 is no more.
All right. No one is gone. All right, cool. And, all right, I'll just wait for my turn to come back around. I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore, so.
Okay. So now we're back around again, and number 3 is going to advance and attack you. Actually, what I should do, to be fair, is erase where we used to be as well, so we can just continue to.
Okay. Good. I gotta.
There's definitely way easier ways of doing this. I know.
No, don't worry about it. I just while you're doing stuff, I have to. This is fine for Twitch, but I listened to the podcast, and the podcast got weird. The podcast now is like lots of silence,
quiet while
lots of silence, and lots of silence, and us talking about things that no one knows what the hell's going on. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my ad reads.
All right, so here we go. So number 3 is going to move up and attack you.
Okay. I'm looking up some of my ads. I think actually the ad reads
are more uncomfortable than the silence. If you're going to start talking about boner pills or something.
Well, no, we did bang your neighbor already. That was one of my ads. I didn't read the whole ad, by the way, but go ahead. While you're rolling dice, I got to do something. Number 3 swings at you and misses.
Sweet. In round 5 of combat.
I have pretty good defense for a huge Asian Italian.
It doesn't hurt that you're wearing a giant vest. So the leader and Glume are going to attack simultaneously. He whips his chain back again and swings it at Gloomy and misses over his head with a 5. Okay. And the guy with an arrow in his back is going to jab with a spear, and he misses with a 17. Glume is just dodging, and he continues to retreat. And as he's retreating, he's going to fire another a buckshot at these two motherfuckers. And hopefully start to clear this. We start to clear this out a little bit.
It'd be nice. I mean, we are just backing up. We have that we're making use of that little bottleneck on the cave, and they're bunching up, and we're swinging, and he's taking buckshot into him.
Okay, now. Boom. He rolls a 19 and hits them both. Oh, not +7 now. Just 7 points of damage to number 6 and the leader. So 7 points of damage.
You know, I'm looking at these podcast notes, and it's weird. It's like I have the Rocky script here.
Yeah, because you wanted to go through Rocky as the hero's journey. You were done with Star Wars, but Rocky you want to talk about. He kills number 6. So number 6 is dead. He crumples over.
All right. Now I'm starting to get some space.
Actually,
it's starting to clear out a little bit. Are you deleting? You're deleting. Okay. So now we're losing some of these guys. We're down to. So we got rid of 2 of the 7. We have 5 more.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And I still only have -1. These guys
And there's actually only 2 people in front of us, right?
Right.
Number 2 is hurt really, really bad. He's kind of licking his wounds. The leader and number 3 are in front of us.
Okay.
And then...
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, it's not my turn.
Yeah, hold on. Let me cross some guys out here, though. 6 is gone.
Can we get rid of 6?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So, yeah. And the 2 bowmen no longer have a shot at us, so they're going to have to move into position in some other way. So they're going to move up. And move up.
Okay.
Okay. And that takes us up all the way back to your turn.
All right. So now, if I understand correctly, this is me.
Yep.
Is there anyone in front of me?
Yes. Number 3 stepped up in front of you. Number 2 is back and hurt, kind of laying in a puddle of blood.
Okay. All right. Now I want to kind of stop I was backing up and swinging. Now that 2 of them are down, I want to dig in. I want to take a good swing at this guy with my vibroblade while moving forward this time.
Okay. Make your roll. DC 16.
Let's see. D20 plus 6. Swing and a miss.
All right. So you dig in and you swing at him and he misses you. Or you miss him.
I miss him.
All right. So now we're all the way back around to number 3 who has initiative on you, and he tries to swing a bone sword. Looks like a sword made out of polished bone. He tries to swing it at you. He rolls 1d20.
Oh, well, bone knives. That makes me think of Dune.
That's not what I was rolling notes. Forget. He rolled a 3 and he swung and misses you.
I wish you could do things in the chat room at Twitch. I would give like a prize to the first person that came up with the name of the knife and the bone. It's made from the tooth of one of the worms of the makers.
Sorry, I lost the lights here. Give me a second here.
It's okay. Anybody know the name of the tooth knife in Dune? What the hell was it called? They like revered it and stuff. Once it comes out, it has to taste blood or something like that. You can't just take it out and look at it. You have to use it. Oh, it's bothering me. What's it called? No, I don't know. We're going to have to look it up, though. Before the show's over, we have to look up that name of that. But
I got myself a pillow, too, so I can be a little more comfortable.
Okay. So, yeah, we should do another list podcast, Joe. You're right. We will.
Especially because I was watching a documentary on the universe, and I learned about gamma bursts, which are probably more dangerous than asteroids to the planet. We'll have to talk about that for a while.
It's going to make the list?
I don't know. I think it still falls under astronomical disasters or astrological disasters.
No, astrology is like...
yeah, that's the science thing. Astronomical disasters.
Astronomical just means huge.
Also sounds like... Yeah, it does. So something from outer space would be called a what kind of disaster?
An extraterrestrial disaster?
I thought it was... I don't think so, because that would involve aliens.
No, extraterrestrial just means not from Earth. I think.
Okay, so
what happened?
All right, so we're back at the beginning.
Back at the beginning
of the round.
Of the round.
19,
so I'm up.
You missed. No, you're not up. You attacked.
I already
killed
attacked.
The guy. You attacked again, yeah, and then now we're back at 19. Number 3 attacked you.
I swung at that guy, missed.
Glume is going to shoot at the leader one last time before his shotgun is empty. I think I could just click that and roll. And then it's a +7 and hits and does... Oops, I don't want to do a -1 damage. 7 points of damage and basically lifts the leader off its feet with the shotgun blast, hits him right in the chest, and he falls to the ground. And you hear the shotgun chunk empty. And the leader is dead. So 19 is there. So now number 4. This is where like morale would come into play in regular D&D, because I would be like, we're wasting these guys, but the problem is they don't really have anywhere to go. So the leader is gone, so let me clean that up for a moment. This is also one of those
while you're cleaning
random
that up, I looked down at one of these fake ads that we had, and if I ever read one of these, I think I'd get kicked off of every. They would shut us down.
That's why you want to have the disguise, you think?
Well, I don't know. I'm reading it, and I'm not even sure I would read it out loud. I don't know the things that are in my brain.
What's wrong with you, Nick?
I don't know, dude. I just read this, and I'm like, wow, what's wrong with me? Okay. It's got to do with local moms. That's where I'll...
Oh, boy. I think that's bad. We have too many local people that listen to. I think that's a horribly bad idea.
Local moms.
All right, so...
Fat, bimbo, mature,
pretty bad.
and granny.
The 3 is in front of you. Number 4 and 5 are bowmen.
Bowmen.
They're not boning.
Bowman. You said boning. Bowman.
They're bowmen.
You said bowman. Bowman.
They're bowmen. No, they're not
bowman.
They're not
from
bowmen.
Way back.
This guy, they both advance, and they're going to take some shots at Glume. I think they have a clear shot at Glume. So we're going to roll some dice and watch some numbers fly and see a 13 and a 16, and they both miss as Glume kind of continues to retreat backwards. And now it's your turn again. It is just you and your friend. Really.
Okay, I want to charge forward with the guy who was injured, the guy who had the 12? That friend?
That guy is behind him. That guy is here. And there's number 3 who is uninjured and untouched in front of you. And he has the best initiative out of anybody on this board right now. At 19.
Okay.
So after you attack him, if you do not kill him, he will be attacking you.
So 4, 5, and 3 are left.
And 2 is here. He's hurt really bad.
2 is the one I hit just previously.
In the first round, yeah.
Oh, the first round. He's still like dragging ass and bleeding in this area here.
Yep.
Okay.
Right where where the blood is right here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. All right. Actually, I'm gonna take a swing at number 3, who's right in my face.
All right.
Let's put this over
1d20 plus your attack bonus for your man.
Next week, I'm gonna move the game monitor in front of me, so I don't have to keep looking over here. So here we go. 13. I missed. So far, I 3 swings and a miss in a row.
Yeah. All right. He is going to attack you. Number 2's initiative is 14. Okay, let me see what he's going to do here in a minute, because he rolls and swings his blade at you and misses with a 6 as you deftly dodge out of the way.
Deftly.
And then Glume. Let's see. Can he see out of that?
Glume really booked it out of there, man. I mean, Glume just ran away, basically. He's all over. I'm fighting over here. Glume is like, screw this.
He's 5 or 6 feet behind you.
Is he?
But he does have a shotgun, and he's not really gonna. And he has to reload it, and he's not really gonna be able to shoot there. Make a quick spot check.
Who, me?
Nick.
Oh, spot check.
The DC, 15. Yeah, DC 15 spot check.
Okay. Wait. I have a +6 spot, so I'll leave that +6 right there. 19. It's about time I rolled.
All right.
Decent number.
All right. So you hear
Yeah.
footsteps coming very fast down the mouth of this cave.
Oh shit. Oh man, Owen's running in here, man. I would have preferred he stayed with Gears. I mean, he's tied up, but still. So I hear that. It's not my turn now,
It's
right?
not your turn, no. Yeah, no. We are, let's see, he attacked Glume. I'm trying to figure out what Glume's going to do. Glume is going to reload his shotgun and actually, you know what? He's going to drop the shotgun and pick up his needler rifle and take a shot at one of the archers. He's got it in his offhand, so he's only going to be able to take one shot. Nope, went the wrong way. And he misses with the needler rifle on one of the guys.
Okay.
All right, so now we go to one of the bowmen is a 16. He's number 4, so he's the inside bowman. He's going to try to take a shot at you. 7 and misses entirely.
Okay.
And the other bowman is going to take a shot at Glume. And he rolls an 18 and misses him. So,
all right. Oop.
They're now exchanging fire.
Oh.
And it is now all the way back to your turn.
Time out. I moved the dice. Sorry. Very unprofessional. There's a lock thing for that.
What happened?
I moved the dice on accident. Okay. I'm still moving forward, right? I was moving forward as I was swinging, but now I met this guy, so maybe I guess I stopped moving forward. Are we like face to face?
Yeah, I mean you're face to face. There's no more moving forward. There's no more room for you to move forward.
All right. So I try and thrust my vibroblade into this guy.
Okay. Take a swing.
Okay. Here we go. 14.
No.
He's a 16, right?
Close, but your blade kind of nicks some thick skin near him and doesn't really do a ton of damage. Cuts his cloth, but not much damage to him. And we're all the way back around again. You hear the footsteps move closer. Number 3 takes a swing at you. You take away all these pluses so he doesn't like hit you automatically. And he rolls a 19 and swings his bone sword, and it bounces off your chest plate, and part of the bone cracks and falls out, but you take no damage. Glume is going to take some shots at the archers and try to, once again,
a chunk of something fell out of my armor?
No, a piece of his bone blade cracked off as it bounced off of your armor. He rolls an 11, which is not a hit, and he rolls a 26, which is a hit. What is the damage on that? 2d6. I hate big fights. I really do. And does
I'm thinking
7 points of damage.
Killed Elwyn and went threw a grenade in there.
All right, he hits.
Who is he swinging at me?
No, Glume hit one of them with a needler rifle shot, and he hits number 5, who already has AOC. Actually, that kills number 5.
So we have an archer.
That
archer's done.
Yep. I'm going to try to get rid of him, so that's a little bit more clear.
Okay. Am I up yet?
Nope. Not even close. We've only just started. Although there's a lot fewer people. So.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's only 3 more guys now.
I just want to clear it out just so we can see what's going on here, because...
Yeah, a lot of our fights seem to be long. I'm glad it's not just us. Everyone has long fights.
I've had a 3-hour-long fight with all... Yeah, now it's true. I mean, anytime you got numbers of people fighting numbers of people, it takes so much time. And meanwhile, if you really go back and look at it, it's like literally the blink of an eye if you follow like what they tell you the time frame is. Okay. So the last archer is going to number 2. Number 2 guy is going to retreat back into the cave to this position. Slinking back, leaving a trail of black inky blood as he limps back towards the campfire.
Nothing like black inky blood.
He snarls at the bowman who is backing down as he fires another arrow at Glume, and then it will be your turn, Meecho, as soon as I roll this die. And he rolls another 19, and it nicks Glume in the armor, but it doesn't do any significant damage. It is your turn, Nick.
I want to yell,
Meecho.
I want to yell at Glume or somebody. I want to get past this guy because I want to get to Elwyn, who's still slow roasting over this fire.
Yeah.
For people who newly joined the chat, our friend is burning in a pit right there, and
dangling by his ankle.
He's dangling. He's partially eaten. I would like to get to him if I could, but I have this guy in front of me, so I'm going to just yell, "Glume, Elwyn," and take another swing and see if Glume, at least in case I miss, maybe Glume starts advancing. I don't know, but
okay. All right.
I'm just pleading my case to my party members. Yes. Okay, good. I think I hit him that time.
All right. Yep. Okay, so do your damage.
2d8 plus 2
plus your
9.
Yep. All right. So you slash him, and you take a blade slide through his side pretty cleanly, and you can see that same black inky blood, and the flesh is separated where your blade cut through, just oozing out thick and viscous, almost like oil.
Could I take this opportunity after hitting him and causing this damage, and he's a little bit stunned, to nudge past him, like try and start to like get past him?
It's not. Yeah, your round is over. Yeah, I mean, here's what I would have let you do. Just you could have tried to run past him and around him. He would have gotten an attack on you. And you might have been able to clear around him. But you were able to speak and attack at the same time, and you hurt him pretty good.
Okay.
So now it is, there's nobody else ahead of Glume now. Although, no, this guy gets an attack on you real quick. Yes, and he swings, and you hurt him. He's kind of grabbing his side and swinging, and he painfully swings at you and just misses terribly.
Ouch,
with a 2.
Ouch. Ouch.
Ouch is like ouch, but more exotic. So what Glume is going to do is, after hearing and you reminding him that, hey, we have a friend down there, he is going to run forward, and he'll get one shot at this archer as he runs forward.
I have 2 maps in front
15
of me.
plus 7 is 22. That also is going to... Is it going to empty his needle rifle or not? Does 8 points of damage to archer number 4, who hasn't taken any damage at all, but now he is joined the hurt party, and everybody's hurt. And now that archer is going to continue to retreat back. Like, he's in full retreat. And number 2 is in full retreat back towards the campfire. And now we're back at your turn, Meecho.
All right. Okay. I'm not going to just try running around him. He's half dead anyway, I think. Well, yeah, I'm just going to take another swing at him. Yeah, I'll take another swing at him.
Okay.
Let's see if it just...
The 12. Okay. And you miss. And he is going to swing at you. He rolls a 17. And he also misses. Glume is going to turn and take a shot while he's moving, and only one shot now. He's going to continue to move and take a shot at your guy while he's moving forward more and try to get you freed up. And he rolls a 19 and hits him.
I should have used an action point.
For that?
I don't know. I get a whole new set when I level up, right?
All right, so he sinks a blade deep into the guy's side, and he falls over, and number 3 is no more. So you are now freed up, and it is your turn.
I'd like to run towards the fire to see if I could maybe, kick this support down and get Elwyn away from the flames or something.
Okay, let me just clean up let me do some housekeeping here.
Yeah, those people aren't there. Those are the people that moved up. Some of them are dead now.
No, everybody that's dead is off the board. The other 2 guys, I'm going to leave their whole range of motion there just so we're not... Okay. So we're down to 2 guys on the far side of the fire. One is hurt really bad. He's number 2. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to...
Wait.
Freehand.
I have to stop you.
Nope. Okay.
2 guys in the far... Okay, thanks. There's the 2 and 6. The 2, 4.
That's the bow. No. 2, 4, yeah.
Okay.
Those are the last 2 guys left.
Okay, so then all these
number
other
Number 4
X's...
is the guy who jabbed an arrow.
Okay.
It's just the way that they moved, right? Number 2 started here. He went up. He got attacked. He whacked him hard. He bled out and back down, and he's back here. Okay. Number 4 went around the fire after he jabbed Elwyn with an arrow, shot a couple arrows, and then he's also starting to retreat back towards the fire.
Okay.
And you now have run into the room.
Right.
You're probably right about there. I suppose I could get rid of some of this other stuff while we're talking just to clean it up.
Okay, so this is me. This is this
That's
guy.
You, yeah.
And this guy. And then we have our burning, half-eaten friend. Okay.
Slight housekeeping.
That's okay. This housekeeping is brought to you by...
All right. That's a little bit better. Okay. So you and Glume are just about side by side. Glume has to reload his needler. He is out.
Okay.
So that's his turn. Number 4, Bowman, is going to pull out his knife, and he starts sawing on one of the ropes at the ankle of Elwyn. Elwyn appears to is very woozy. He's got an arrow jam between his shoulder blades, pretty deep. Blood pouring down his face. You notice that he hasn't made any real significant sounds. And his left arm appears to have been sliced like a deli slicer down to probably about the elbow. The skin there's no hand, and most of the skin has been filleted off right just shy of his elbow, and it's dangling in these little tattered shreds. And his hair is smoldering and partially burned away. And this guy pulls out his knife and starts sawing on one of the ropes attached to his ankle that's holding him to the spit that's got him dangling over the fire. And number 2 is just clutching his shoulder. And he turns and he looks at the 2 of you with yellow eyes and a mouthful of jagged razor-sharp teeth and just hisses at you and brandishes his blade. Just fear in his eyes and pain.
That's number 2?
Number 2, yeah.
Okay.
It's your turn. What are you going to do?
just to be clear, this guy is and that's me and Gloom, right?
Yes.
And just 4 and 2 are back here by the fire.
Yes.
I mean, I
that is
would
correct.
charge at these guys, but I'm not going to reach them, right?
I mean, if you do a full charge, you'll be on top of each other and you'll start next round over. But number 2 also has a better initiative than you, so he will get an attack if you decide to charge him.
Elwyn, you said, is motionless?
You don't see him moving much. You don't know what's going on. You really can't tell. He stopped dangling and screaming.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, what?
And the footsteps.
Yeah, footsteps, that's right.
You can hear they round the corner behind you, but you can't, unless you decide to turn, you can't really tell who it is.
Yeah, I'm going to charge number 2.
Okay, so you'll close distance this round, and next round we'll start over anew.
Okay.
All right, Gloom, having been freshly reloaded, is going to take a shot at 4 to stop him from cutting the ropes. And misses with a 9. He gets 2 shots. And hits with a 17. And does 9 points of damage. So another huge flèche barb sinks in number 4's back. And he actually falls over the fire. And his robes start to catch on fire and smolder. And he's kind of now between Elwyn and the fire as he fell over it. Okay. He is braced and awaiting your charge, and he is going to get 1 attack on you before you are on him and you can attack him.
Okay.
And he rolls a 3 and just pitifully kind of slips, injured, maybe on his own blood even, as he swings at you and doesn't even come anywhere near you as you close, actually leaving his entire side just almost wide open to your charge as you close the distance onto him. It is your... Actually, you know what?
It's my turn.
Roll something here. 1 second, please. Okay. You rolled a 3. So as you close on him, you can hear a voice yell, "No!" from the mouth of the cave, and you recognize it to be the voice of Rowan as he kind of comes in and surveys this horrific scene in front of him. The smell, the carnage of the blood spilled everywhere, bodies, and the smoldering flesh and the darkness, the acrid just decay of the cave. He just screams, "No!" behind you. It is your turn. What will you do?
At this point, I think I'm semi-snapped, and I mean, I don't know what's allowed here, but I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to just drop my sword on just right at my feet as I'm continuing to advance at this guy. And I would like to just take him by his throat and like half lift him and then drive him face first into the fire and hold him there.
Okay. Well, the other body is on top of the fire, so there's no
more fire.
I guess now if there's some more coals, I guess you could do that. So understand that you can do all that. That if you drop your sword,
yeah,
and you don't make your grapple roll to do what you're going to do,
yeah.
Now you'll have to also take a turn to pick your sword back up again.
If I want to use my sword. Right.
No. If you drop when you say drop your sword, you're literally going to drop your sword to the ground and then just grab him.
Yeah. Because I'm figuring I
Okay,
can't
so
I can't put it away and all that. So I'm just dropping it. Like in disgust. I don't even want this sword anymore for what I'm about to do to you.
Okay, so if you just understand that you're going to have to make a grapple roll still to grab him.
Sure.
And shove him into the fire.
It'll be worth it if I could do it.
That doesn't work out. Okay, but your sword will be on the ground, so it'll take a turn to pick it up later. As long as you're okay with that, proceed with your grapple roll.
Okay. So now my grapple is +7. No, plus...
Okay.
Yeah, +7. Do I do attack and then grapple, or just straight grapple?
No, 1d20 +7 against his defense of 16.
There it is.
All right, so you drive your shoulder into his chest and grab firmly a hold of his robes and twist your waist slightly, just like Griggs taught you. And you kind of use all that momentum that you have to just take his face and drive him face first into the coals. And you do 1d6 damage to him on the first round, and for every round that he doesn't make a strength roll and break out of it. Actually, I'm going to give you 1d6 plus your strength, so 1d6 plus 2.
6.
All right. So you can smell the burning flesh as the coals melt into his skin. It's just a rotten smell, even worse than what normal burning flesh would smell like, what Elwyn's burning flesh smells like. Putrid, tainted. And you feel him as he kind of breathes the coals into his body, just kind of relax under you. You can feel the life leave his body. Nice. And all the silence now just overwhelms you. The silence of the cave. You can hear the crackle of the flames, the robe of the other archer starting to catch on fire. You can hear a low moan from Elwyn. Barely conscious. And you could hear Rowan running down, his feet clattering off the stone floor behind you as he gets closer and closer to the distance.
I mean, what shape is he in now that I'm up close?
He's not in great shape. Like I said.
How burned is he? What percentage of his body?
I mean, most of the burns are superficial to the hair. I mean, he was literally barely being licked by the flames, but he does have some burns on the top of his head, and a lot of his hair is burned away.
Okay.
You could see that he was bleeding profusely from the mouth. Like a large amount from the mouth. Seems to have subsided. He has an arrow driven about halfway into his back between his shoulder blades into his spine. And he's missing a hand. Like I said, up to the elbow, it's been chopped off and the skin filleted off up to the elbow. So you can see tendon and sinew and bone hanging out. And also along his sides, because he's shirtless, some slices of meat have been taken from the fatty areas on the sides. Not that you guys are fatty because you live in the apocalypse.
Right.
Do you have a medical skill of any kind? Treat wounds, anything?
No, I mean, to be honest.
What are you looking to do? Is he worth taking down? Is that what you're asking?
I was going to put a gun to his head. And put him out of his misery. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So one of the people from your town that you're kind of looking to protect, you would just put him down like that? That's something that you would do?
To watching him suffer like that? I mean, so I'm trying to gauge what condition he was actually in. When he was moving and kicking around, but then we were fighting for so long, and then now he seems to have progressed. He's progressively worse, and I mean, I don't know, but if you're saying,
okay,
I don't know how
while you're
he's
staying there,
mm-hmm.
while you're standing there contemplating all
Yes.
Because a lot of time has gone by now. Rowan runs up and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get him down. Get him down." And he pulls his knife down and he kind of half grabs his body and starts sawing at the ropes to get him down.
Okay. Number 4 is dead.
Yep. Everybody's dead.
Okay.
I mean, well, we're not dead.
Right. So now, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can pull out my med kits and hand them to Owen. Do you know how to use these?
Rowan is like, yeah, and he just kind of grabs it out of your hand. He says, "What were you? Why were you just standing there staring at him?"
I don't know. And that would be my answer. I don't know.
Okay. All right, so he pulls him to the side and he starts, trying to. Actually, it's dark down there, so he throws him over his shoulder and he starts to carry him out of the cave because it's too dark to work down there. Very dark. Very kind of smoky.
Sorry.
And there's just death everywhere. So he runs out, and then you turn around and you realize that Glume is not there, and you're kind of left alone standing in this cave.
Okay. I'm completely alone in this cave?
Well, he carries him out, and you can hear him huffing down the main access to the cave with his body over his shoulder.
All right.
And when you turn around, you realize Glume's not there anymore.
Okay. I look around.
And you just have the bodies. Okay.
Yeah, what do I
around the
see?
cave, you see.
Sorry, I'm grabbing something away.
Bedrolls and go ahead, rags and everything else. Areas to sleep, piles of bone. Other travelers who weren't as lucky or minimally as armed as you were. So there's a pile of bones. I should probably draw that while I'm still trying to. I'm gonna draw some. It's not really working very well, but is that gonna pop up? Roll 20 is kind of laggy. Maybe I'm laggy.
Big old pile of them bones.
And then there's some, like I said, some bedrolls around the side here where this is where I draw penis-shaped things, everybody.
So everyone's mad at me for hesitating. So it seems
for
like...
killing Rowan? Or for killing Elwyn? Yeah.
For what?
For what? To not... Hesitating for what? To kill him?
Hesitating to save him.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
So Glume left, you said, right?
Yeah, you don't even know at what point he left.
Okay.
But you know that when you turned around, as Rowan left, he wasn't there as he left, so he was gone before that.
Okay. So those are bones at the ends of those. And
yeah, a big pile of bones and bits of clothes and hair, and there's some other things you could see wedged in there, various things, but...
I walk towards the bones. I'm trying to just gather myself over all this crazy crap. My sword is still on the floor in the middle of the cave. And I just walk over to the bones to stare at the bones. Do I see anything now that I'm like on top of these bones?
Make a spot check.
That's for me.
This is where I should be probably making your secret spot checks for you, because how would you rolled a what? Hold on, I'm not even on the right page.
22.
Okay. Underneath the bones, you could see what looks like a large rock with maybe a gap to the side of it. When I mean a large rock, I mean a rock maybe about the size of maybe like a large frisbee, not completely round, but it's a decent sized rock that it looks like it's kind of haphazardly hidden beneath the bones.
Okay, I dig through the bones to get to the rock.
Okay, so you can see the edges of the rock. It looks like there's another rock next to it, and it's covering a pretty large, some kind of hole that you can kind of see the edges of.
All right, so I lift. Can I lift the rock out of the way?
Yeah, you move it pretty easily and flip the top rock over and slide the other rock to the side. And inside of it, there's a very small red container with a symbol on the top of it.
Ooh.
And the symbol.
Are you gonna draw the symbol?
You don't. Really,
Is it a penis-shaped symbol?
But you. No. Let's see if I can do this adequately.
I just want to say that this drawing is oddly testicular.
It looks something like that.
Where? Where are you drawing? You drawing?
Sorry, I broke something. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Uh-oh. Did you draw someplace else?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think you can see it. Let me move it.
All right, I might be able to move it. Oh.
It's gonna kill me. Looks something like that.
Can you move it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me do it.
There.
I'm gonna get killed because I broke something over here. Here.
I don't know why I can't. Thank you. Because that I can zoom into.
Can you zoom into that or not?
Yeah. There's
Sorry, I moved
other
it again.
maps. There's our truck. Okay.
Shitty truck drawing.
Yeah, if you could just... Yeah, I could zoom in now. All right.
Looks something like that.
Okay, in a red canister. How big is this thing?
It's maybe... It's like the size of like a mini keg. Are you going to pull it out, or are you just going to look down at it?
Well, I wouldn't know what that means, even though I think I know what it means. But I think he would. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to yank it out. I would yank it out of there.
So as you pull it out, it's about the size of like a little mini keg. It's like, it's like this big. And hanging off the sides of it are little bits of bone and hair and trinkets and pieces of jewelry and totem-looking things are dangling off the side of it, almost like it's been decorated and it's ornate. And you can see from the sides, it's been handled extensively. It's been opened extensively.
It's been opened.
Many, many times. I mean, it looks like it's some kind of plastic container, but the plastic lid is literally bent from being opened over and over and over again.
Huh. I unscrew it and look inside. Why not?
Okay. So you pull the lid open pretty easily, and inside you can see some kind of green goop, very thick green goop inside. It's just kind of disgusting. It's about a quarter full.
All right, so I close it. And
okay.
I would put it down. And what is this stuff over here? What are these things? I forgot. They look like beds.
Those are just like beds everywhere, yeah.
So I want to continue my circuit around this room as I circle back to my sword. Can I hold on to that canister while I'm doing that?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll just I'll just keep it in one hand, and just circle back towards my sword that's on the ground. See if I see anything else.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking something up here real quick.
Okay. I got a mosquito bite. Look at how swollen that is.
You sure that's a mosquito and not like a spider bite?
Well, how can you tell?
Who knows? Yeah, I guess just how inflamed it is. I guess what the bite looks like.
No, it's not even visible.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Make me a really quick fortitude save.
Oh no! I was gonna. Yeah, I had massive exposure to radiation just now, right? Okay, let's see. Wait, fortitude.
Put those by the.
Constitution's plus.
Well, you should have a plus.
Fortitude's plus 3. Okay, here we go. $17.
Okay, so you know you don't really feel anything really terrible. You feel okay, all things considering.
Not gonna have kids, but.
So you move back over to where this number 2 is. And you pick up your sword. There's a couple of bodies in that area. I think maybe 3 or 4. 2 of them are actually fully engulfed in flames now, and you could smell the putrid flesh just starting to burn on the fire. Anything that those 2 had, you will not be able to recover. And then you have another couple of bodies up in this area. Was there 7s? I think you got 1 here. You got 1 here. You got 1 here. The leader is up here. Then you got 1 here.
I'm not too interested in hanging around in the cave. I think that he would want to just go. But I think you gotta check the bodies to see if they have anything of value. Especially in these times.
Yep. Okay, so you check the 2 on your way up. I mean, they have bits of bone, some like a tough piece of almost looks like leather, but it actually looks like flesh that's just dried, but it's like gnawed on pretty heavily, almost like as if in lean times where they don't have any flesh to chew on, they chew on these hardened bits of sinew or skin, kind of dry. As my son sits here and looks at me as I describe this, he kind of gnaws on it like to sate their appetite when the times are a little bit lean. And nothing significantly of value. You approach the next 2, and it's a bit more of the same. Really nothing of significant value. As you're holding the canister and you lean over the leader, and you assume it's the leader because the robe is much more ornate. Lots of little things hanging off of it. Like I said, bits of wood, bits of stone. And around its waist is a belt with 3 or 4 of these little, almost like crystal-looking things. And as you set the canister down next to them, they all kind of light up as they, in different colors as the canister is near them.
Cool. All right.
By the way, one of the, there's an archer has a bow, there's a spear, there's a bone sword, and the leader had a whip that was basically a metal pole with a barbed chain attached to the end of it with a nasty barbed hook at the very end of this whip-like thing, like a chain whip.
A chain whip. That sounds cool. I'm gonna grab all that. Why not? I'll grab the chain.
You take the chain whip
and the crystals and the canister.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up my vibroblade.
Yep, you already did that because it was back in the center there.
Oh, okay. I didn't drop my charge pistol. That's in my holster, I think. I only got 1 shot off.
Yeah, you holster.
So yeah, now I think I'll just. Well, I'd like to be all dramatic here and say that I would just walk here, stop, and just look back over my shoulder at the scene that I won't soon forget, and then continue back out the cave to see what's going on out there.
So, as you walk through and you get past that one little outcropping, Glume is standing in the mouth of the cave looking out with his rifle, kind of keeping an eye on things as you come up the tunnel.
Okay, Glume's gear's still there?
Yeah, everything seems secure. The kid went back to the truck with Elwyn. He's cleaning him up, and I just came back here to make sure nobody else ran down this cave and interrupted whatever's going on down there.
Thank you. How did Elwyn look to you? Between you and I almost put him out of his misery.
I guess what's the opposite of good?
Yeah.
That's how we look.
And we're a day out from the Citadel.
Buddy seemed like he was like better, right?
Yes, it seems the medicine in the Citadel is quite surprising. Maybe they could give him some sort of robotic arm or something, if he can make it till then.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him stabilized, and we'll make the call, man. You know what?
Do you know what this is?
How can you judge?
And I raised the canister up so he could see it.
He looks at it. He goes, "Is that soup? Is it soup? I'm hungry. Is it soup?
I wouldn't eat soup from that cave if I was you.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, good point.
But
no, you
don't know what it is.
What's in it?
Well, I don't know. When I put these crystals near it, look, and I show him what happens.
Okay, and the 3 crystals from the rope belt as they grow, there's a blue one and 2 red ones, and the closer you hold them to the canister, the brighter they glow.
Yeah, so I just...
I don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got no idea. I'm drawing a blank. I've never seen anything like that before. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But it's a little... How do you say? Spooky? But...
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll throw it in the back of the truck.
All right, so
I want to see how
take the little short walk to... You take a short walk to the truck.
I'll go to the truck. Go ahead.
Okay, so you take a short walk back to the truck. I don't know if did you draw where the truck was on the map?
Oh, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't... We walked away from the truck looking for these guys. Well, looking for Elwyn.
Yeah. You were across the road and into the hills over here.
So I have to get gears. I have to unchain them from the tree.
Oh, yeah.
So, Glume, let's unchain him, and I'll carry this stuff, and maybe you could just guide him with the chain.
Okay, so you get to the tree, and he's still there. A little wide-eyed that he got just left out in the wilderness. I mean, anybody could have got him, but you unchain him, and he's hobbling with the chain around his waist and his arms, and you guys walk back to the truck, and you cross the road, and inside the truck you can hear Rowan thumping around in there, and water splashing, and...
Glume, is there anything that you could give him to help him?
Yeah, I mean, I have some things we could use, I guess. We use them. I didn't intend to use them so soon, but we can see what we can do to stabilize them. think Glume's as treat wounds, maybe. No, not treat injury. So, is Gears gagged or not?
I think he was gagged when we timed the tree. So.
Okay, so he tries to hobble up alongside of you, and he's like,
I removed the gag.
Okay. Hey, what happened to your friend? He looked like he was in really bad shape. I could help you guys here. What's that canister? That looks interesting.
Do you know what it is?
So you just stop and just hold it up and let him look at it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that really rolling rolls though? Like that's just the weirdest. Okay, there we go. He goes, oh man, and he kind of starts to run away from you. Get that thing away from me. Are you crazy?
I put it down and I look at him.
Yeah.
What?
He goes, no, that's nothing. There's nothing you could do with that. That's gonna make you sick. You got to get away from that. Put it back where you found it. Get away from it. I don't want to bring that to the truck.
I look at Glume.
He just kind of shrugs.
I'm not sure to believe him or not. What is it? Why are you so afraid of this?
That symbol on the top. That's toxic. That's some kind of waste. Where did you get that?
It was
what happened to
buried
your friend?
in the
What
cave.
went on in that cave? I heard a lot of shooting and screaming.
They were eating my friend.
They? Who?
The dead dwarves in that cave.
Dead dwarves?
They were short. I don't know what race they were.
I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were into, but that's not anything you want a part of. That's toxic. That'll make us all sick.
I put it down.
That'll give you a nasty bug bite.
And I walk away from. I back away from it because I was suspicious of this thing to begin with, but then his reaction seems genuine.
Well, I don't know. Do you have sense motive?
No, but I mean, when I lifted it and he jumps back, I mean, is there any recognition of that, or do you need? I don't know how that works.
I don't know. You can read it however you want, I suppose. I mean, he seemed genuine, or he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just feeling a little uneasy about it. It's gross looking. It was in a cave with these really super weird guys.
It looked like it had been dug into and almost pawed at various points.
It's spooky with these crystals, and now I show it to the first person who supposedly knows what the symbol means, and he's freaking out. So I think I would just put it down and leave it there, I guess. But I would take the crystals with me.
Okay. And then he kind of sees the belt in your hand, and he looks at it as it kind of stops glowing as you step away from it. He goes, "Yeah, I think you guys were dealing with the radiationists. It's a cult. They worship this kind of stuff. They worship the properties that it has to mutate people. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. And they think that if you consume this and you survive, it's like your initiation into the cult." Those crystals detect whatever toxicity it is in that canister. Obviously.
Yeah, I get an uneasy feeling about that liquid. But these crystals I will take. And if that liquid is bad for you, then carrying these crystals will let me know if I'm ever close to such a thing.
Yeah, I think, that's probably true.
I put it in my backpack,
So you get back to the back
crystals. What?
Okay.
And I shoved the gag back in his mouth. What?
Okay.
What were we going to say?
You get to the back of the truck and you look inside. You can see Rowan is feverishly working on Elwyn. He's
Now, did Glume give him any of the stuff or yet?
No, Glume just climbed into the back of the truck, so he's just climbing in the back of the truck and he's starting to pull into his pack and pull various things out.
So I'm going to address Owen. And how does he look?
Rowan says,
"Oh, Rowan. Yes,
I don't
Rowan.
know. I just got him cleaned up. He I mean, it's pretty bad. He's got bad burns on his head. I got the arrow out, but I had to cut it out because it was wedged in the bone. He has no hand. The wounds on the side, they're mostly superficial. I mean, they put this rubber tourniquet around his elbow so he wouldn't bleed out. I mean, clearly, they like their meat fresh.
Oh,
so,
God.
Yeah. Glume leans over, injects him with a hypodermic of some kind. Air hypo. Psst, you can hear a hiss. He kind of, for a second, and body tenses and then loosens, and he seems to be a little bit more at ease. And they work to clean up the rest of his wounds and bind and bandage everything with what you guys have.
Okay.
Okay.
I call Glume off to the side just to have a little side talk with him.
Okay. Hey, what's up?
We're in a tight spot here. I mean, we're halfway between where we were going and the Citadel, I think. That is, if Gears isn't lying to us. And now we have Elwyn in that condition. He's only going to be a deficit to us. Do we lose a day and bring him back, or do we drag him with us?
I don't know. I don't think we can go back. I mean, worst case scenario, we have to leave him in the truck. But I don't see how we can go back again, man. We loosed. I don't know. I mean, look, you were going to put one in the kid down there anyways, right?
Yeah, but I thought he was dead or dying already. I'm not going to kill him while he's not healing.
Well, but my point being is, you know what, if we go forward and something happens, but I don't think we can go back. Maybe he recovers, maybe he doesn't. Then you could hear behind you from the truck go, "Oh my God, those fuckers. They cut out his goddamn tongue."
Oh my God. Mark is right. I should have threw a grenade in that fucking room. All right. Let's just. I think you're right, Glume. We can't go back.
No, there's only one direction now, dude.
Yeah.
Every time we go back, you lose time, and they get further away. You know. I mean, I like the kid. He's a good kid, but we all knew what we were getting into when we did this, right? We can't make a special ambulance trip back every time somebody gets a boo-boo.
Right.
I wouldn't expect you to. Just so you know, so we're clear. I wouldn't expect you to do it for me either.
Yeah. Understood.
And to be honest with you, I wouldn't do it for you.
I wouldn't want you to. But I feel I take responsibility for them because they're from my town and they followed us here and they look up to me. But I can't, we can't go back. We have to press on. I think you're right.
The path of vengeance is a straight line, my friend. We got to walk that line.
Yeah. The only problem is we still don't know what Gears is leading us into.
No, we don't. We just got to keep him close and continue to keep him close, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, above all else, he's in the shit with us, right? Whatever situation he puts us in,
yes,
unless it's his friends, he's in the same boat as we are.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
and we try to keep everybody safe. We do our best, but you know what? We all agreed to walk this road. We all volunteered to be here.
What's the
okay?
What time is it? What?
Well, the sun. Well, that happened. You guys woke up at sunrise, so it's about mid-morning now at this point. I mean, you kind of got woken up very abruptly when he just went missing, right?
Right.
And he was gone for hours while they kind of had their way with him down there.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, mid-morning-ish, maybe between 10 and 11.
Right. All right, let's pack up and see if we could make some time.
Very, very gray and overcast.
So I start just loading the truck.
Okay. So you start to break camp down. Rowan is done binding Elwyn's wounds, and he's sitting at his feet with his head kind of in his hands. I mean, he's shaken when you think about it. I mean, his whole village is destroyed. He had 2 people with him, and now both of them have been grievously injured. And he's kind of left alone again. And he definitely took in the fact that you hesitated, kind of standing over him with your gun, like thinking I'm not thinking out loud, but you can see the wheels turning of like, is it the hand of help or the gun to put him down?
Right.
So he keeps to himself. He doesn't get out to help pack the truck. So you and Glume do it in kind of silence. Pack up the truck, and Glume climbs up in the cab, unless you want to drive.
Should I try driving? What do you say, guys? Joe,
do you want to try?
Should I get behind the wheel? I'm gonna drive. Glume.
Okay. So Glume slides over into the passenger seat. Okay.
What does this big round thing do?
That's what you steer with. So let's just go slow at first, okay?
Okay.
Let's just go slow at first.
And these things on the ground in front of by my feet.
Put your okay.
What do they
there's
do?
a vertical. There's 2 vertical ones actually. Those will engage both sets of rear tires. So just put your feet on those gently. The truck kind of jerks like ahead rough, but a couple of those, and you kind of get the hang of how much pressure you need to put on the pedal.
Okay.
To get it moving, and you're able to drive decently, and you're going downhill, so you really don't even have to put that much pressure on it. But you're riding the brake as you kind of coming down out of the mountains, and it starts to level out, and what you see kind of stretching in front of you is just fields of like grass, grain, off in the distance maybe. Some small rolling hills, it kind of unfolding in front of you as you're driving.
Are there any roads?
Well, you're on a road, yes.
Okay.
The road winds through the middle of this. Like I said, there's places where the road is pretty well open, and there's places where we have to slow down to fit through because maybe there's some rubble, or we even have to go off the road and come back on because you're following the road, but the road is not in a way that you can just speed down it, right? You've got to kind of wind your way through between things, but it's traveled enough that it's been cleared by most of the people that would, and vehicles can get down it, right? Or there's a way that vehicles have traveled down it.
Do I see any cool ramps I could take? I could jump off of Dukes of Hazzard.
There's no cool.
Nothing. Just regular.
No, there's no cool ramps. I mean, you can just
ramps.
go off a hill if you want off a hill. No. So. All
right, so I'll just drive down the road then.
Okay, and Glume goes, well, how? I mean, looking at the map that he drew, he goes, we are Right about. Let me see. Let me clear the old spot off.
Oh, you could.
There we go.
You have the map down the bottom. You could just delete this dungeon here and drag the other one up.
Okay. I guess I can. Yeah. Hold on.
Because you drew it all already.
Ooh, hold on.
Or I could zoom into it if you like.
I think you should just zoom into it. That way I don't have to redraw it or move it. We can clear the other stuff out, but.
Okay.
So,
so we have
by about the
Citadel, the mountains.
Yep, that's the Citadel.
Then we're about there.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're just about into the really heavy, thick grass as the sun is getting close to setting, maybe a few hours away. So you press on and you're able to get deeper into these grass seas. You're probably right about there. Get rid of the other one. This
whole way there, I want to keep an eye out, and I don't know how to do this. If there are any other roads besides the road I'm on, I would like to be able to spot it.
Okay.
Because his map has this road, so I automatically don't completely trust this road.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing obvious that jumps off, but as you start to get to the higher grass fields, which maybe several 3 to 4 feet high, they blow in the wind. It's, like I said, really gray. The temperatures are kind of starting to drop a little bit. And you can see at this point you have one road that breaks off and starts to wind this way. And it seems to be moving in the direction of where one of the camps are. You're sitting in the front. Glume is kind of in and out of the back. Rowan's sitting at the very rear of the truck at the feet of Elwyn. And you guys have gears chained almost to the back wall behind the cab. So you can keep a very close eye on him.
I stop at the fork. Like right at the fork.
Okay.
And I go into the back of the truck to gears, and I pull the map out.
Okay.
And show it to him. And ask him which road goes to the camp. Which road goes to the camp? This road that you drew here seems to go through an area with a camp north and a camp south. Are there any roads that lead to the camp?
And he nods his head at you.
Okay. I take the gag out. Do I?
Yeah, I mean, he tries to crane his neck. He's like, where are we? I can't. Let me see. I don't know. I mean,
don't worry about where we are.
To the camp.
Don't worry where we are.
Well, I mean, I can't tell you where to go if I don't know where we are.
No, I'm not asking you where to go.
I mean, I'm not.
I wanted you to draw it on the map.
Is there I mean, there's a road. He kind of nudges right about here that leads right up to the camp. Yes, that's how they bring everybody and everything in and out. Right about here. So you just drive up that road. Yeah.
What kind of vehicles do they use?
I mean, they use trucks to move people around, but there's not much else really. Nothing unusual about the road.
Okay, I stuff the thing back in his mouth, and I get out of the truck, and I motion to Glume to meet me at the front of the truck, maybe a little out of earshot.
Okay.
Kind of right at the fork, so we're kind of just standing like right there.
Okay, so you get out, and he was listening to your conversation, and he immediately goes, "He's hiding something."
I was hoping you would.
Obviously.
Yeah. This road here, he said the trucks take this road. I look at the road and see if I could tell any type of track. If I see what looks like tank tracks or tire tracks or foot tracks or any tracks of any kind.
You have survival?
I have survival. Yes.
Make a survival roll. Good point, Joe. Yeah, he can drive as long as he doesn't try to do anything fancy. But if we're fighting or something, or like you said, he's trying to avoid something, it's gonna get messy for all of us really quick.
So, Joe, I didn't want to interrupt and address what you said right off the bat, but I had read that and I said to myself, that's why I brought up ramps. I thought, oh, that would be fun, trying to jump a ramp. Okay. It's a D20, right? Plus
would be
plus my survival.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I mean, you could see lots of wheel marks going this way. You can't really tell how recent any of them are, but there definitely are some pretty good size tread marks.
I see tread marks, but I have no idea what they do. And no idea what type of vehicle.
No, not from what you rolled. No, you can't really tell that kind of information.
Okay. I also can't tell if it was recent or a long time ago, I'm assuming.
Nope.
Glume. See if I could use this NPC. Glume.
Yeah.
These tracks here, they look like vehicles tracks. You think this was recent? Do you think it was... Can you tell what type of vehicle it is?
I mean, I can look. Let me see. No. I mean, those are looks like car wheels. Yeah.
All right. Let's take this road, but let's take it slowly. And this high grass. Oh, I'm asking you now. What this high grass is? You said 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah.
And it's also along that whole road, right? So I can't even really see where this road goes.
Can't see past it. No, not at all.
And can I tell? Does the grass get any higher, or is this generally where it's at?
I mean, from where you are, you don't really have a great vantage point, but it's a sea of grass almost as far as you can see. You can hear it kind of whipping in the wind eerily.
I tell you,
with the
Glume,
gray sky.
I tell you, Glume, I don't like this grass. It's too easy to hide in this grass.
Well, yeah, but I mean that kind of works to our advantage, doesn't it?
It can hide us too. This is true. I guess we'll just take the road slowly.
But I mean, what's the plan? Are we just going to drive up to the gate and knock?
No, I'm hoping we see something first. Maybe you can keep an eye out with and I pull out my binoculars. I hand them to him. I don't know.
Okay.
See if you spot something.
Okay, we'll go.
Keep a lookout. I'll go slow. Hopefully we'll see something before it sees us.
Okay. So you guys get back in the truck, or you keep talking?
I'm done talking to him. I'll get in the truck.
Okay. So you guys climb back in the truck, and you're driving again?
Yeah, I'll drive.
Okay.
Why not?
You're driving along the road. I may have to do a exploded version of this as we get closer, but I really wanted to have a official map made by now, but it just didn't work this week for me, or the past 2 weeks. So you turn down the road and you start driving very, very slowly. Make a spot check.
Spot check. This spot check is brought to you by
Carrabba's, your local Italian eatery, family eatery. Carrabba's. We don't have breadsticks like Olive Garden.
My spot is a 7. 6 is hide. Okay. 22.
All right. So as you're creeping along the road, you can see kind of. There's a point when the wheels vary and drive off the road, and you can see there's a part of the road where something is obstructed or hidden in the road.
All right, so I stop the truck.
This is maybe only several hundred feet down the road off the fork.
Okay.
Okay, so you stop, bring the truck to a stop.
Does Glume see it? Or I just get out.
Okay, you get out.
To get a closer look.
Okay, Glume gets out and walks over. What's up?
No, wait, how did you describe it?
Well, there's a part of the road where it looks like the other traffic has gone around this area you were able to notice as you were driving. And there's an area of the road where it looks like the ground is kind of disturbed, like something is hidden underneath the dirt, like lightly buried almost.
Well, I point to that bare dirt. Is it just some bare dirt there, or is it just flat?
Yeah, it's like
grass?
bare dirt, maybe some bits of grass and stuff kind of drop down over it. And
so I point at it. So okay. Glume sees why I stopped.
Okay. He comes over and kneels down next to it.
Yeah, now is this, if I stuck to the road, would I be avoiding this thing?
No, it's if you didn't spot it and you were just driving down the road, you would have definitely run over it.
Okay. This looks suspicious to me. I think that this is unnaturally disturbed.
Yeah. Glume pulls out his knife and he starts poking at the dirt, and you can hear it kind of chunk into something metal as he just kind of pokes it with his knife carefully. And he also pulls that back, and you can see buried in the dirt a tripwire, and it goes off into the grass. As he lifts it up, you can see it come up out of the grass and go off into the grass to the left of the road.
Huh. I like to follow that wire along to where it goes in the grass. I take my vibroblade out. Okay. I turn it on.
Okay.
And proceed slowly through the grass following this wire.
Okay, so that goes maybe about 2 feet into the grass. You can see it ends at some kind of box-like object that has 2 tubes in the top of it and 2 tubes in the side of it. The 2 tubes in the side of it are aimed at the road where the vehicle would have been, and the 2 tubes in the top of it are pointed at an angle up in the air. It looks like it's been something that's been fabricated, like it's been welded and pounded on and put together. Not necessarily manufactured where it's like clean looking. It looks like it's something, engineered together. Apocalypse engineering.
In my days of scavenging for husk, I've come across many traps, I imagine. Probably don't know what most of them did, and probably don't know what this one does.
Do you have disable device?
No, I don't have anything cool like that. I only have survival, so I imagine I would have been avoiding those traps, but not necessarily disabling them.
Yeah, no. Actually, no. The way that they would have you disable them would be just to run through them.
Right.
That's what the other people that were with you would do, and many lived and many, well, not many. You lived and many died.
Right. So I'm familiar with traps, but definitely never disarmed it. Is there a way, Glume, this is clearly a trap. Is there a way around it?
That's clearly a trap.
Are you capable of disarming this thing?
I mean, I could try.
Well, I don't.
I mean, I've taken things like this before.
Or kill us.
Well, I mean, if you start messing with it, there's always a chance. I mean,
I wouldn't stand anywhere near the tubes.
Yeah, I mean,
perhaps
I can try to disarm it.
Just point the tubes away from you before you try. Is all I'm saying. Not that I know what I'm doing.
Do you want me to disarm it? To try to disarm it?
We can go around it, right?
You can go around it, yes.
Now, fuck it. Let's go around it.
Okay.
Let's keep an eye out. There must be many more of these.
I would say yes. I would think that I would think that would be safe to say. Yeah.
You know what?
There's probably a few more.
It's still midday?
No, it's the end of the day.
Oh, shit. Okay, well that might actually work to our advantage too. Let's take the truck and pull off to the side, if we can, just a little bit further down the road, and then maybe just rest and regroup, because I'm thinking I may want to proceed on foot. I don't know how much further to the camp, but if we're hitting traps, we must be getting close. I hate to say this, but I have to go to the bathroom again.
Okay.
Is that all right? Or should we?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I don't know how much
that's
more
fine.
you have planned.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could do a little bit more if you want to go a little bit further. We can. Go
I'd like to,
and I'll just. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll be fast. Sorry.
Okay. Hurry up.
What did I miss?
Nothing. We're just all talking about your hamster bladder.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Joe had some vicious barbs he slung your way. Mark was just brutal. I deleted all their comments from the chart. I deleted all their comments from the chat, though, just so you know. I mean, they were.
You can?
I can. They're absolutely. They were horrible. Just mean-spirited.
Next show, I'm going to have some ads written up. I can't read the ones I already wrote. I gotta come up with some.
Well, your pee was sponsored by Applebee's, but then I feel like that's two chain restaurants, and I'm also forever eating
Carrabba's and then Applebee's.
I'm Applebee's. Yeah, so I decided I was hungry, and that's why I'm doing food commercials.
No, I mean we have to come up with something a little better. Not to knock your. I mean, it's on the spot.
Yeah, it's just whatever. I mean, I'm poorly improvising right now. It's also late. It's been a long week, so. Okay. All right, so understand that the grass comes pretty close to the road. So, I mean, to get off the road, you're going to have to drive
a little bit into the grass. Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
I kind of just want to pull off to the side and maybe wait for nightfall.
Okay. So you drive slowly.
That might be stupid. But go ahead.
Okay, so you stop. You take your foot off the gas before you do anything. Okay. Are you gonna do it or what?
It wouldn't be the first time I did something stupid. So I'll pull off to the side.
So you put your foot back on the gas.
Yeah.
You drive slowly into the grass, and you could hear the grass sliding along the outside of the truck. You really can't see where you're going. Which way off the road are you going to head? Are you going to head more northwest or more southeast?
No. Well, the road. Let me.
The road is going at a diagonal. It was going diagonally northeast.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. The road is going northeast. Sorry,
yep, so you could go northwest on the northwest side of the road or the south.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to be northwest, a little bit like this, right there, off to the side, a little bit in the grass, away from that trap, and I just want to sit and kind of regroup. I think I'm gonna get out of the truck, step to the front of the truck, and.
Well, how far into the grass do you want to drive? 100 feet? 200 feet?
Just no, like maybe like 10, 15 feet, 20 feet, 20 feet.
Okay. And so you pull 20 feet off the road. The grass is actually surprisingly resilient. It's pretty tough. As you drive into it, it almost pops back out, and you can hear the blades sliding along. Looks like a metallic sound as it slides along the outside of the van. It sounds pretty rough against the truck, against the outside of the truck. And you drive about 20, 25 feet in, and you stop. You really are completely engulfed in it. Like you can't see significantly in any direction.
Okay. Now I'd like to get out and walk back towards the road. Oh, you know what? Climb on the top of my vehicle, on top of the truck, and see if with my binoculars, and see if I could see anything over this grass. I want to look in this direction, obviously, where I think the camp is based on the map that Gears made for us.
Okay. So you see the road winds through the grass. You can see kind of a slash cut in the top of the sea of grass, and then you can see it go out and it clears the grass, and then in the distance you can see a fence. You can see a few towers with some buildings inside, but it's pretty far off.
So, what type of what's pretty far off? Is it walking distance, or?
I mean, I would say it's about maybe half a mile away.
Half a mile. Huh. Half a mile is not bad.
It's downhill from you, yeah.
That's not bad.
You can't see, like I said, you can't make out anything specifically, but you can see that the sea of grass ends maybe about a quarter of a mile from the camp.
Right. So our cover will get us close to that.
Maybe a little bit less.
Yep. All right. I get back in the truck, and so Glume, the road winds up to the camp. Then looks like a few 100 feet of clearing before the camp, so we won't be able to hide in this grass past that point. But I'm thinking we could, and probably should, scout up to that point and give it a good look before we proceed. I'm thinking we might be able to do it now. There might be enough daylight. Is there?
I mean, you have maybe an hour and a half of daylight. You could get close and get a good look.
If we need to get back to the truck, would Well, we have those star goggles. He has night vision. We might be able to make our way back. All right. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Rowan, I think you should stay back here with Elwyn. Before I leave, I double check Gears is properly tied down.
Okay. Seems pretty securely chained up in the back of the truck.
Rowan, keep an eye on him. That's
He
right.
just looks at you, and he hasn't really said anything to you since the cave. He pulls it, slides his gun closer to him, and he looks at Gears for a second, and then back at you.
Okay. I think I have everything I need on me. I wasn't trying to think if I stored anything in the back of the vehicle. You got my med kits. Yeah. All right. So, Glume, are you ready to go?
Yep. Let's do it. Pulls his rifle out, hops off the truck.
I put bug lotion on. I have bug lotion in my bag.
Okay.
You want some Glume? You want some bug lotion?
No, I don't. I don't need bug lotion. If a bug bites me, he'll probably just die.
Rowan, you need some bug lotion?
He just shakes his head.
Okay.
He doesn't even look up.
All right. Do you have? I asked Rowan if he has food and water. Do you have food and water?
Yeah. I got my pack. Just
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take my charged pistol out and start going down the road.
Oh, so you're gonna walk down the road towards the camp? Or are you gonna walk through the field?
You're right. No, I'm not gonna just
along, like parallel to the road, maybe.
I have to be in the grass, following the road. I have to be in the grass just enough to be able to still see the road. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
It's not much cover. It's probably like a foot, but at least it's not literally walking on the road.
Okay. So we're creeping along the grass, along the parallel to the road. Excuse me.
Sorry. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Yeah. I don't want to take this whole thing from here. I'm going to go from here to here. And
okay.
Yeah.
So pretty uneventful. And as we reach where we think the end of the sea of grass ends and it starts to level out, you can hear some kind of high-pitched engine sound in the distance. Kind of sputtering and loud, nasty-sounding engine.
From behind us on the road or ahead of us in the camp?
It's towards the camp.
So something's running in the camp.
No. You can't tell that. It's just you hear an engine running somewhere towards the camp. And something is moving.
It's moving.
More towards you guys than away from you guys.
Okay, so I want to duck deeper into the grass. So I want to head more in from the road.
Okay.
Just to wait to see if this thing passes.
All right. So you can hear it. You can't see it, but you can hear it move past you down the road, heading back towards where you were going. It moving pretty quickly. Down the road and
I couldn't see it.
The fork.
I couldn't see it. Just only
I
heard
mean,
it.
you could hear it drive past. Yeah.
Okay. I turn to Glume. I hope that truck is hidden well enough.
Yeah, me too. I hope the guys are okay.
Yeah. I move up. I'd like to resume the walk towards this. I want to get a good look at the camp.
Okay. So, as you reach the edge of the grass, you can kind of move it to the side. You can see out, and like I said, the hill continues to wind and roll down towards where the camp is, and you can see. Let me draw it here. Where am I going to draw it at,
Another
though?
drawing. A lot of drawing today.
I guess I could just get rid of this, huh? This whole thing up here, the cave can go, right?
Oh, you're drawing up there?
Yeah, maybe I'll draw back up there.
You're making me follow you all around over here. You're drawing up. If you're drawing up there, I don't want to miss the drawing. This is why people tune in.
Man, you better hurry.
Where are you? Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Wait, can you draw more towards the right? The center of the page? Because the left side, you're drawing on the left side of the page.
Yep, I'll move over.
Move.
And that's where the cave was. I thought that was okay.
Yeah, it was right on the edge.
I didn't really want to draw that. Let me get rid of that. All right, so
maybe like 5 squares to the right of where that square was.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah. And then I should be able to zoom in on it. Oh, jeez. Hopefully I'm not making people throw up. Getting
How's
motion
that?
sickness. Yeah. You see it?
Now, if I was a good DM, I'd have a map made already. Okay, so from what you can see of the camp, the road comes to a front gate that's pretty, it's a chain link fence with maybe some iron reinforced pieces on it.
That's the road.
Yep.
Okay.
In the corners, you have towers. Here. Oops, square. I don't know why square, but okay. Here. And here. And inside there are buildings. There's a let's do a fat building here.
I could see these buildings through the gate, through the chain link fence, right?
Yeah, because you're kind of looking down slightly over it.
Oh, okay.
And then off to the sides, to either side, to the north and to the south, and behind it, you can see fields of grain, different than the grass, grain, like actual grown grain. And you can tell where sections of it has been farmed down, and sections of it is grown, or different levels of growing back, right? Like it's been cultivated repeatedly. You see guards on the tops of all of these towers in pairs.
The four corners, right? And
there's
the
one over the gate too.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's at least 10 guards I'm seeing. And 4 buildings. Buildings, you said they were?
Yep, 4 buildings inside.
Oh, God. Do I see that? Obviously, that's all I see. This is with binoculars? Can I put binoculars
on? It's with
on?
binoculars.
It is with binoculars.
Yep, that is with binoculars. And then as you're looking again, you can hear the noise of that vehicle coming back. And you can see 2 dune buggies drive down the road up to the main gate. And they open up and they go inside. Each dune buggy has 2 people driving it and a gunner on the back with some kind of large, heavy large barreled gun mounted on the back of each one of the dune buggies.
So that's 6 and 10. So that's 16 that I know of. Okay. And these towers are... Hi, can you tell me anything about the towers?
The towers are tall. Joe makes a good point. The accidental square makes it look a little more patchwork, which it would in an apocalyptic time. It wouldn't look so uniform like a freaking castle. They're reinforced at the top with metal welded around it, and a cage over the top of it, but they could see out from 360. So you can't see into the towers. They're more like almost like little lookout spots, more than like a well-rounded like a tower in a castle or something, right? You can see that they're reinforced at the top.
Where there's openings that to shoot out of. I see the guards, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah, and they can see 360 out of them, and they have lights mounted on them too.
Okay.
As I reply into the.
Well, you could always talk because you don't have the time.
Yeah, I know. I was just kind of letting you think out loud too. And
okay, I gotcha.
Right.
All right. Can you tell me anything about the gate? I saw the vehicles go in. Did I notice anything at the gate? Is the gate automatic? Does someone come and open it?
No. There were 3 guys that came and pulled it open. You could see them when they had it open all the way. 3 guys. They're all armed with definitely some kind of long-arm rifles or shotguns. Can't really make out what kind of weapon it is. But they all look like Husks men. Various cybernetic parts and pieces, crazy hairdos, lots of leather and spikes,
And when they got to the gate, did they ring a bell, or did someone just open it up? Did they wave a wristband? What?
No, the gate lookout, yelled down to the guys below, and they opened it when the gate lookout told them to.
Okay, so it appears to have just been just visually verifying who it was. No set procedure, and they just let him in. Okay. This looks, I'm talking to Glume now. This looks pretty, this looks like this is going to be pretty difficult. And I don't see any people. The people we're looking for, this just looks like an armory. Doesn't look like a place that they keep slaves.
It looks pretty well guarded.
It is guarded. What are they guarding? They could be guarding people, but I don't know. The 4 buildings, we don't know what's inside. Didn't Gears say that the slaves worked on farmland?
Yeah, he said the work camps were farms, and they farmed product that he needed for the fuel refinery.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a farm.
Well, I mean, there is all the grain around it. There's
there is
fields all over the place. It looks like it's been worked. Yeah, different levels of work. Like that field looks like it was just plowed. That field looks like it's ready to go next.
So all around here, or around the sides, outside of this fence, is grain?
Not on the roadside, but yeah, off to the north side, there's
so here
stuff. Up in here, yeah, there's little farm beds and irrigation even, and it's been built up. This field up here looks like it's been taken care of already. The field over here, I don't know, let me do it a different way. This still has green on it, right? The field down here looks like it's been, used, but it's kind of growing back, right? Just to give you an idea. I don't know a better way to draw it. I don't want to just draw X's again. But
it's all right.
So the fields are around it, yeah.
Okay. And these fields are taller.
Yeah.
So if we were to guess, these fields are next.
Probably, yeah. That would be a good guess.
And obviously we are... Where does the cover end on this map? Over here or way off map?
Well, way off. Yeah, way off.
Way off this map.
Yeah. I mean, there's some cover to be had, but not the extent that this sea of grass that you kind of drove through to get to this place.
Right. Well, see, do I have a pencil? Where's my backpack? What I want to do is I want to take the map out. Glume, do you have a pencil?
Sure. Here's pulls out a real tiny little pencil, gives it to you.
Okay. So I want to maybe I don't know if I have room on the face side of the map, or maybe I just flip it over and do a little bit of a diagram like you drew.
Okay.
Now, you said that maybe I spot any cover between the tall grass and this area here. I don't know if you see that.
No, I mean there's.
So I'm way off this side, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if I'm looking out this way and I wanted to get to here, do I see anything to hide behind?
No, I mean you'd have to double back through the grass, cross the road, and come up on the other side, and you would have a little bit more cover. Using the field sides that are a little more grown out.
Right.
But there's still some areas where, like I said, between the camp and the fields is pretty open. And you also notice that all of the towers have really good overlooks of all of the fields.
Right.
The grain is high, but not as high as the grass. Let's say the grass was 5 feet high. The grain is probably 3 feet high.
Okay.
And I believe, yes, Mark, I think they're the responsible cyborgs that do responsible crop rotation. Environmentally friendly, burn the fields or prepare them. And what happened?
Okay. All right, there you go.
There you go. Okay. I think the stream is down too.
We're back,
the whole thing
I
went
think.
down. But so that's like you're hearing the stream and what's live. Like you're hearing it multiple times, right?
I'm going to turn monitoring off.
It's like you're listening to the Twitch or something.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap it up anyways. It's 1 here. My energy levels are dropping.
Yeah, me too. I turned monitoring off.
So
I think that maybe was what it is.
Yeah. Because you were hearing me say it live, and then you were hearing me say it delayed off of the stream. Okay, guys. So I think that's where we're gonna leave off for tonight.
Yeah, I got my little map now.
He's got a map. He's got maybe formulating a plan.
Yes, I am. I got a seed of this swelling. Can you get Lyme disease twice?
Can you get what? Lyme disease twice?
I got a little swelling on this arm,
too. Can you catch coronavirus
I can't
twice?
even get... It's like a little swollen over there.
I actually
You do?
got one too. Yeah, maybe we'll get Lyme disease together. Do you want to roll up a disease?
There was a joke going around about the Lyme disease, the tick season coming, and the corona. You can stick lime in your corona.
Corona with a bit of Lyme disease.
Corona with
horrible
Lyme.
Fate. Corona. Yeah, there's a joke there. Corona with Lyme. Francisco Cordova with Lyme.
All right. I think we played for a while.
Let me turn this mute. We did. Now, we put a couple good hours into these past few shows.
This was fun.
It was fun. It was dark. I had a good time. I hope everybody else did. It's always good to see our friends Mark and Joe show up. And anybody else who might have just been lurking and watching and wondering what the fuck these two idiots doing, talking to themselves and delaying and whatever.
Hiding in a bunker, and one of the idiots in a disguise. But listen,
wearing sunglasses in the house,
inside,
in the basement at night.
Yeah. Glad you enjoyed it, Mark. Yeah, it was fun.
But this is episode 51, guys.
Actual play, Gamma World.
Yep.
Live from the bunker.
Don't think we're going back to the other show anytime soon. I think we might do some things here and there to break it up, but Nick and I have made a kind of a conscious decision to lean into the tabletop stuff and try to keep the story moving.
Well, A, it's fun. B, the fans seem to like it. So, and I feel like if we broke it up, then the story loses its momentum. So I think I'd like to just get the story completed, or at least.
Oh, you want to finish the whole campaign?
No, just finish maybe an arc, a particular storyline or something. Reach some sort of conclusion.
A logical.
Yeah, so that way, and then we could do some other stuff, and then pick our characters back up and start a new arc. I think that's the best way to do it.
Nice, Joe. I'm glad you're here. I want to hear about the God Machine. I'm very interested. We're trying to think of a name for the campaign. I'm trying to come up with something that I think
for this,
sticks to what I think this is about or whatever. But I don't know. I'm still figuring that out too. So.
I need medicine. Guys.
All right, we're gonna let Nick get
medicine.
I need to
seek medical attention.
We'll talk to suck the poison out, Nick. What you do is you take a knife and you cut it and you suck the poison out. You got to spit though. You got to spit it out, right? You make
I miss Grace. I miss Grace.
You do.
I liked Grace. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. DoomsdayDoopyDoo.com. We're on Twitch, the website, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes.
We have weird
Google,
Twitter. We do have Twitter
YouTube.
handles.
We do have Twitter handles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
somewhere.
I'm Pete Persona.
Yep. And I think I'm
You're Da Shadow. The links,
Shadow, yeah.
The links are down in the about. You can find them down.
Did the guy with the guitar pop up at all during this? I wanted to see that. That's why I have this open. I want to see the guy with the guitar pop up if somebody subscribes. I didn't see that.
Well, when we redid the setup, that alert box is gone. I thought you were asking me to grab my guitar.
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. All right, guys.
Wasabi peas, my good fellows. Wasabi peas to all.
Later.
Later.